Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right. Meow, 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 meow. 2-minute delay. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We are getting into this in a bit. ESL America's qualifiers, the open qualifier number 2. I'm gonna do number 2. All right. Meow, 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 meow. All right. Hopefully I get my mic a little better here. All right. We'll see what happens, guys. Hello, guys. What up, Pigeon Wrench? Dave o'clock for the win. There's a fake Dave Testa going around. Look at this, guys. Fake Dave Testa. Let me make sure the game comes up here. How you doing? Just checking this. Fake Dave. Trying to get into cast. What up, Theory? All right. Looks like we actually have some casters today, though, too. So, naturally, I do it, and now we finally get some. That's good, though. I see Ravi here. I see Pig. It's good, guys. How you doing, Weeson? Velvet Lena. And Pigeon Wrench was the first in chat, by the way. Hello, hello. See how what the bracket brings us. I'm glad there's some other casters. I think Renegade is too. What up, Guillaume? How you guys doing? Oh, man. What up? Accept no imitations, exactly. I just got everybody laughing. I go, listen, they're like, Volts goes, how does somebody know who's real or not? And I go, listen, nobody could be this bad at StarCraft with this many games. And they all liked it. That's actually facts. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? It ain't easy being this bad at StarCraft with, like, probably arguably together. We're close to, like, 40,000 games? I don't know. God only knows, really. Yep. Alright, let me go to teamliquid.net. Go live. So it looks like we have Fear Dragon and Pig. I gotta go on there. And Renegade. Seen Renegade cast much lately. Oof. Well, guys, how you doing, Sad Sack? What up, everybody? We saw it. Yeah. We're just waiting for lobbies and stuff. Bear with me. I'm right here. On a 2-minute delay. That is pretty funny, though. The reason why people would change their name to Dave is, they want to try to cast. They want to cut lobbies. You can't get into lobbies on ESL unless you're a caster or player, or the one playing the lobbies. All right, Ray Rain's trying to dodge playing Protoss, by the way, too. What is this man doing? Got a lot of people signed up. I should have been getting more people to sign up, honestly. 48 have checked in. Yeah. Oh, God. Facts have been told in chat. We got a lot of my dudes today playing. I'm hiding my camera for Dave reasons. You know. The incense burner to my left, as you guys know. The typical Dave incense burner that doesn't smell good. I don't know if I'm more awake or not, because yesterday was like whatever. Someone was just trying to troll Hupsea with the Dave tested name. That's funny. Adamos, what up? Nice ESL with boom in between. All right, let's see when we get a lobby. They're still not done with the bracket yet. Hello, everybody. All right, Renegade streaming too. 2 SIGs at a time, print cube, pick a build. That's my build? All right, I can do that for you. Can't show it on screen, though, because we're doing ESL. I got you covered, print cube. right. So we got Roddy casting again, Pig casting, Renegade casting, Fear Dragon looks like he may be casting. Actually, I know he's casting. Dave. All right. My man Holden's playing. How you doing, Zamax? How you doing, Simba John Hupp? What up? Who's this fake Dave? I don't know. What up, Theory? 2-minute delay is so annoying sometimes, but... Hello, Abel Bacon. How all you guys doing? Oh, man. All right, guys. You joined the tourney to see how hard you'd get clapped? Oh, boy. I didn't see that message.
Jelum says
All right, we're just waiting for lobbies. Players are doing vetoes. Bazinga. Unfortunately, I don't know why the TTS doesn't work on this. Do I have it muted? It doesn't work on this for some reason. I think they'd be the, I'm actually going to change that up after, too. Oh, Zamax. You have an issue. Turktown Colfiner is a max. I love that he's in there. Yeah. Might get Colfiner first, because it's a max. He's Turktown. I think I might get Colfiner. My Zerg buddy, Zamax in chat. I think we're going to cover him first, if I can. Damn, he's got some thick MMR right now. I'm gonna block this Ash Clown posing as me. Terran Imba. Oh, it played in Twitch? I couldn't hear. That's interesting. I might want to fix that, but honestly, it doesn't distract me then. That's funny. You guys heard it, but I didn't on the scene. I'm going to get Zamax first. It's early in the bracket. There's a lot of casters. So it doesn't matter. We're going to have a lot of coverage because there's a lot of games. Holfener. Versus Volts. Alright, I guess I'll do this. Maybe you guys will still hear it. I don't know. I think this will be a good one to start out with. All right. Renegade wants to co-cast, I guess. All right. Hey, Icegar, what's up? Renegade, I think, is going to co-cast with me. I'm trying to call Ren. It was random. All right, here we are, guys. Getting into it. This is a best of 3. We're on the second day. Hello, Renegade. Hello.
Oh, 1 second, Dave. Let me change my audio settings here. All right. Stream and I should be able to hear you now. What's up, Dave?
What's up, Ren? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing okay. Little stomach ache. I had to pick this match to start things off because of one of my boys is in it from Kirktown.
Whoa. Well, I guess we should introduce the players, huh?
Mm-hmm.
In the bottom right corner of Oceanborn. Give it up for our blue Protoss, Volts.
All right, and their opponent in the upper left, in the red, representing Kirktown with that pog squirrel. It is Kolfener. He goes by Zamax in Twitch chat.
You know, I was trying to look Kolfener up. He only has 1 series in Aligulac where he lost 0-2 to Ninja. Couldn't find on Liquipedia. Dave, can you tell us a little bit about Kolfener?
He's just a NA ladder grinder. Usually he's been Masters a couple times, so he's currently right now. He's almost pushing up toward Masters too. A pretty solid Zerg player.
Ooh, he's gonna have his work cut out from him. Volts, formerly known as Idriling, famous for typing how he would beat Neeb in the chat a couple years back, and then beating Neeb. Yeah, so Volts
he's
is gonna be...
Yeah. The underdog for sure. But we wouldn't have it any other way. Hopefully we can get a little NA magic going on here, you know. But his EVP is pretty good. His EVP is pretty good. I will give him that.
EVP, one of my favorite matchups of all time. Just so much versatility in play for both sides. So many different builds he can do. I don't think the matchup has ever, like, in Legacy of the Void, got locked down to where it was just one build that had 100% supremacy. Adept got close for a while, but people learned and adapted, and it got patched a little bit. How do you feel about this matchup, Dave?
Yeah, I agree. I think right now it's probably in some of the best spots it's been in the history of PvZ, to be honest. Though I'd say the map pool, Zerg players are often saying it, but honestly, even as a Protoss player, I'm saying I don't know so much. It's pretty good, but I'm just saying in terms of balance, I think there's a lot more that's more viable now compared to where it was a few years ago, where we just had Void Ray Queen. You know what I mean? The Queen walks and
Yeah.
it'd be the German pizza parlor, pretty much, would be a build at that point. Different variations of Lambo builds.
Kolfinar doing something interesting here. You're gonna see these idling drones at his expansion, and he actually was making a spore crawler because he scouted a Stargate, but he ends up canceling that safety spore. It is gonna be an Oracle, so hopefully Kolfinar can defend this with just his queens.
Oh, yeah, it's a little rough. The Adept going on the high ground after the forced triangle third. Actually, was that even forced? I can't remember back because we were just starting up. He may have just taken it. The triangle third.
I was busy introducing Volt. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But it's pretty, you send that drone out and you don't want to get a delay on your base. Sometimes you do just send it straight over to the third.
Oh yeah, for sure. You just got as long as you get that hatch, you're in a better spot. Like for sure. I've been playing a lot of Zerg lately, Ren.
Alright, well, this Oracle scouted the Lynx. The Lynx scouted the Oracle. One queen to intercept, and Kolfinar is going to lose 4 drones. The Oracle gets out alive.
I like this link pressure from Zamax, though. He's going to get us surrounded the Adept. Oh, he just lost it. That could have been big.
Nice squeeze past the probe, though. He's going to do a little targeting on that probe as well. Takes it down along with the Adept. Gets out of here with a good chunk of Lynx.
What do you think of that defense, Ren? Like 4 drones went down, 7 in total with the Adept too. That's a little rough, but
yeah, that's a little rough. I mean, 4 drones go down and you get the Oracle. It's not the greatest, but you're okay. But 4 drones go down and the Oracle escapes. You're kicking yourself for canceling that spore earlier.
Yeah, it was a little early, but I think that would have been worth it. to be honest, he scouted the Stargate, so.
Do you have something interesting here? It's a +1 melee build coming out from Kolfinar, so he's really going to be trying to take down this Protoss third.
And honestly, I really like this. He's been working on this for a while. I've not played him in a good minute, but I will say he has been playing this since we started getting back into Oracle. I mean, has the Oracle opener really been not a thing? You know what I mean? It's always kind of been lingering around there. But at the end of the day, when the hero build came out, it was Solar who actually came up with a counter. And it seemed to be the best opener was +1 melee.
And that +1 melee is here. This attack is stymied a little bit by the loss of 6 drones before the attack could launch off. Those drones could have been sets of Lings here at the front, but is this going to be enough from Kolfinar? He's picked off 5 probes so far and gets a big attack going in the main before Volts can respond. That's a dozen drones down. Probes down. A bunch more wounded. Another Adept's going to get picked off. Will he get one more? No. But, Dave, do you think he did enough damage to this Protoss?
Honestly, not really. It's 34 to 50 workers. We have a massive army supply lead. It was pretty good. I was excited for my boy, but you know what? I just don't think enough's done. I do think it was pretty good plays, but behind it, like you said, losing some drones before he lost even more. We're looking at 14 drones down. He committed so heavy to Lings that he just doesn't have an economy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one for Kolfinar. I think you play like Key here. You make some workers, you turtle up, but I don't think that Volt is gonna give him time to recover from his attack. Stasis ward at the bottom of the ramp. Volt is just biding his time. He's not required to move in and kill the Zerg here, but I think he can. I think there's a chance this attack could end the game.
It sounds crazy. I like the fact that he was spreading, creeping away, but in situations like this, I'd rather just see him use injects and just stack injects, because you're going to need an army to deal with this, and unfortunately I don't think Hydras are going to be fantastic in the small numbers they are.
Well, I mean, Volts is not even trying to hug the wall. He's just fighting out in the open. He knows he has the firepower here. Kolfanor gambled a lot on that highly aggressive attack on the third, and that's going to call GG for Volts. Volts taking the first point in today's match.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Dave, usually in these open cups, I get to say, like, there's 4 players qualifying, but I think we get a bonus player tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, out of the people who reach the round of 8, which is the qualifying series, it's a little bit iffy on what kind of criteria they're going to use, but the most powerful player out of that round of 8 is going to get to qualify and take Uko's place in the closed qualifier tomorrow.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It is a definitely a different situation. We had a bunch of that going on. Uko taking that break. I've not even heard from Uko. I was like, I thought about Uko for a bit, and I'm like, what happened to Uko? Like, but I just kind of like, well, maybe I hope they're not done. But definitely a curveball for ESL plans for sure. Geno?
Yeah. Everyone here fighting to join players from yesterday's open qualifier, which I saw just like you and Rotterdam casting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a bunch of these where I've literally been the only English
geez.
caster on over the last year, I'd say. It feels like it was definitely the case. I think it literally was like, I was like, you had to break. It's definitely a weird feeling. I'm like, okay, I guess it's just me.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. Maybe we can switch it up a little bit. In the upper left-hand corner in the blue. Give it up for Mr. Volts on Protoss.
And in the bottom right, as the red Zerg from Kirktown, Dave tests his own clan. It's Kolfanor. We got that little squirrel.
The Pog Squirrel, yeah.
Pog Squirrel. Dave made this himself, you guys. It's really freaking impressive.
I think it is funny how that actually is been a thing, at least for a while.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a high ground wall from Volt, so something cheeky's probably coming up from our Protoss man.
What do you think it's going to be, Dave?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm truthfully not sure. I do know that Zamax is going to be confused. It's probably still going to be a Nexus, I would imagine, but it could be anything. The fact that there's one gas, I don't know. It could be deceptive. Maybe he's trying to bait out a cheese or something really aggressive. But as it stands, we already have a very Zerg build. Okay. I should say very NA Zerg build. Kind of going, I think. The boy's cooking over here in the bottom right.
Yeah.
Was that a 15-15, actually? I was thinking back. We were talking in the intros, and I was kind of looking. I thought that was a 15-15.
I was not paying attention to the drone counts there, but he is sitting at 18. This almost certainly signals cheese of some kind. The 2 drones in gas, though, is weirding me out a little.
Yeah, this is like the Cyril open. If it's a 15-15, Cyril would do that sometimes. I think Zamax actually mentioned he was playing around with it a bit. So I'm curious to see how this goes. All right, this is a one base. This is this is very Haas-esque. I forgot whose build this is exactly because I'm a jabroni, but honestly, this pool first build or pool before gas build should help our Zerg player out a little bit because this is going to be very aggressive. Is it going to be Adepts? We'll see. Usually it's like Adepts and or Zealots and an Immortal could be one of them, but I think this is going to be like one base Adepts with a War Prism or an Immortal push. Oh, nope. Is it? But I was thinking like Stalker Sentry Immortal otherwise, and it's like that's even like a 2-base push normally.
And guys, we're on a new patch. There's been some changes to the Sentry. You want to tell them, Dave?
Well, basically, the Sentry, to my knowledge, as it stands, the Sentry's changed where all it is a PvP. You can call it a buff. It's a change. It does no more light armor bonus. So in a weird way, it was nerfed. Like they were complaining. I think it is kind of funny. So a little controversial. But the Sentry was actually, in my eyes, kind of nerfed yet buffed for PvP cheese. It actually does +4 damage to shields now.
Yeah.
It's like insanely good. It's actually a really good unit in PvP now. It's so wild to see.
I forget who it was. I think it might have been Haven posted a video of, I don't know how many sentries it was against like 5 Archons, and the sentries just shredded the Archons and lived. Like, it was wild. But yeah, Kolfinor has scouted this, and the question is, how do you react to it? He reacted by making 1 spine. He's building a 2nd and a big wave of lings, but he's not going to fight with those lings at home. He's going to cast them out in the middle of the map. Force out those force field. He is going to stay and fight. He cracked through the Immortal barrier. Good surface area on that Immortal, but the Warp Prism is going to save it. 16 more lings on the way for Kolfinor, and he's going to send the survivors across the map to harass.
Yeah, I kind of don't hate that because he can put some pressure on with these as long as he can get some lings out. I like the fact that he's building nothing but lings in this board. He only has a couple queens to defend. It's not a lot of lings. But with these spines and the 2 queens, can our boy do it? He's a young buck too, by the way. Kolfinor, so I'm rooting for Mr. Kirkdown over here in this case.
Whoa!
Oh my god, that was sick! He got the War Prism Renegade!
Prism goes down, and that's absolutely massive. That's what was saving Volts here, and believe it or not, those lings eventually broke through the wall. They're now in the mineral line of Volts.
I mean, this could be, it could still go down either way, but I'm really liking Kolfinor's position going into the lair. You know, obviously he's not able to drone, but like, this is a 1 base versus 2 base situation.
Well, I don't think he needs to drone in this situation, Dave.
No.
He is up 7 workers at the moment. Volt has no 2nd base in sight. Instead, he's going to reinforce the front with several sentries. Go on the attack again. Kolfinor going to the side, and we might have a base race. No, Volts turns around a little bit. He's going to wait for reinforcements.
He can recall, but oh, the pylon goes. No, it doesn't.
No, the pylon doesn't go down. The probe
forces
misses
a
it.
recall. This is huge. This is way good for Zerg right now.
Every second that ticks by, Kolfinor's bigger economy is just giving him a bigger and bigger lead, and he picks off several more probes. 26 workers to 17. I'm going to show my viewers the graph, the income advantage for Kolfinor
to pull that up
now.
too. That is really crazy. Kolfinor is insanely ahead, and this 1 base all in. In theory, I like it, but I'm like, this is a Masters 3 Zerg player from NA. Let's be real. And Kirkdown. He was already going in. Sometimes the best way to beat a cheese is just to be the cheeser first. He went in with the build, and I think this is almost... He can still lose, but he has a bigger army. I don't know. I truthfully think he's in a really good position, Ren.
Yeah. I agree. Here we go. Volt has like 1 chance to make this attack go off. He's gonna pick the high energy queen. Prism should not die this time. Force fields go down, but they're not the best. Some drones coming in on the attack as well.
Yeah.
The Immortal goes down before the Prism can micro it, and these lings are absolutely chewing through.
GG!
GG, Kolfinor, 1-1.
Let's go! Kirktown, baby.
Kirktown.
Yep.
Winner of this next map will be facing Disrespect in the 2nd round of today's tournament.
Yeah.
Dave, did you get a chance to meet Disrespect at DreamHack?
I did meet Disrespect, yep. I actually
really nice guy.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's a good thing you're casting today. We got Ravi, Roddy, Pig. Cosmos is casting. This is a bunch of us, Renegade.
Do we get Hushang versus...
Huh?
I gotta take a look at the bracket. Will we get Hushang versus Hupsea, the mortal enemies?
Oh, God. Hub's gonna want me. Brother Hub's gonna want me too, I'm sure. But I think wherever we end up, we're at. I mean, I was really hoping. I'm always looking out for everybody.
Dream isn't real.
Yeah. I was really hoping to get. I saw as a max on. I go, we're gonna go here. I thought I saw Acheron signed up before again because he was out. I was hoping to get Acheron or Heaven today, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll go where it takes us. Right in the top left corner, one last time here in this best of 3. It's our blue Protoss Volts.
And his opponent in the bottom right in red with this nice little pog squirrel drawn by a 5th grader. It is Qualifiers from Kirktown in the red, and we're on one of the previous map pools maps, Golden Aura. How's everything going, Renegade? Everything been all right?
Too much work, too much employment,
Yeah,
and everything's exploding, Dave. Everything is exploding. But right now we're here casting StarCraft, so that means things are going to be okay for a couple hours.
That's good. Well, yeah, I mean, being busy is good, though. It gets rough. I know the feeling all too well. Fortunately, got sick quite a bit this winter and had to blow through, like, a ton of days, time, PTO.
Oh, boy.
So,
yeah.
Alas, I'm not going to be able to go with the girlfriend to the, out for the eclipse on Monday. She wanted to do something. But, because I'm saving that time to go to Krefeld.
Ooh, what you doing in Krefeld? What's going on in Krefeld?
Home Story Cup, baby.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a Home Story Cup eventually. This one.
Yeah, this one's going to be good, I think. But I'm trying my best. I need to. I say that, and I've not got my passport still. So now, with that being in June, I have to pay out the wazoo to get the expedited one. I've never gotten my passport, so a little bit of a nail biter. Anyway, sorry. It's been a minute. Figured we'd catch up for a few, you know?
Yeah. You could always just hop on a boat, do a little paperless entry, right? Not gonna hurt anyone.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a Stargate opener from Volts. Kolfenor's coming in with an Overlord. It looks like he will be able to get the scout. He should just nick this with the vision cone. Let me see the angle. No, he's gonna miss it. Wait, it's gonna be very close.
No, he sees it. Yep.
Yep.
I think you would have adapted it to see it anyway after at that point. If you're already sending it that far away, you might as well just go all the way and then retreat. Because
yeah,
the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose it to a stalker. But if you're that close, there's a good chance you can escape. At least in my opinion. I'm not even joking. You think I'm joking? I've been playing a lot of Zerg Renegade. That's what I just mentioned. I thought you might get a kick out of that.
Yeah, you did mention that in game 1. What's going on? What brought you to the correct race?
They nerfed Dave into playing Zerg, basically.
I'm glad to hear it. Welcome.
What's up? Yeah.
What kind of builds are you running?
Me? Honestly, ZBT, I play very standard Ling Bane. Usually trying to go for centrifugal hooks in 1-1 after, and just greedy. Like the 90 to 100 drone style.
Yeah, the sweat style.
Yeah.
I want to be stressed out style.
In ZVZ, I always open 15, 14, 14, so I'm speedling all in, but somehow the games turn out to be 30 minutes sometimes. And then ZVP, I don't know, I'm usually just cheesing the Protoss somehow. I need to work on that, the Renegade build, the Warlock build, and all the other builds like that. But
no, don't do the Renegade build. That's junk food. That's bad for you.
and hello everybody in chat too. I'm not neglecting you. I'm casting with Renegade. We're catching up.
Yeah, so we got a Resonating Glaives plate coming from Volts. Kolfenor thinks he's delaying the third, but actually there is a third going down in another location. Hopefully he checks over here. He can overrun this.
Well, the thing is with this build, you really need to get it. It's hard to read, but he needs to get some information and know how to react. He's
For
going to need a
sure.
baneling nest, I think, honestly. He's the best bet I could think of in this case. I don't know about you. Like, usually you'd think roaches, but I think a baneling nest might be the play.
I think it's too late for roaches. I mean, he does
Yeah.
have +1 here, and that +1 would absolutely go really nicely with Baneling Nest. He's not going to have central fugal hooks no matter what he does. There should be some kind of aggression coming from Volts very, very shortly. He just finished Lair. I'm sorry, he just started Lair. But Kolfanor is droning.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I don't hate a Roachborn going down, but you should have got it. I mean, he's going to need. I think a baneling nest is the way to go.
This is a minute and a half late of a Roachborn. Like, he needs to force a recall on these adepts, but I don't think they are. I think they're going to go into the natural and kill a lot of drones.
Yeah, unfortunately for Kolfanor. Oh no, he pulls a little late into the adepts.
Yeah, well, there's no units to tie these down. The 24 Zerglings are still in their cocoons. Only 10 of them pops. 14 still in their cocoons. They make it into the main, and this is just an absolute slaughter. A warp in back at Volt Space cleaned up the last of the lings that were trying to call these guys home, and looks like the writing's on the wall for Kolfanor.
Yeah, it is rough losing 23 workers in the assault's not done yet. That is definitely feels bad, man, for our Kirktown Zerg player. Unfortunately. GG. Still, Volts takes him. Still, he took a game off of him. Does count.
Yeah, that's pretty good. For a Masters 2 player, Volts is an experienced Grandmaster tournament player. Like we said, he's beaten me before, like, definitely an achievement there from your clanmate, Dave.
Yeah, for sure. Boom builds exactly, Foot Advisor. How's everybody doing in Renegade's chat, in my chat? Let's see here.
I'm not sure if I said it, but thanks for the raid key. Welcome, everybody. We're here casting ESL SC2 Masters Spring.
Bruh. Key. Bruh.
Bruh. Neckman 21.
Cashew. Cashew, cashew.
Cashew.
Star Killer versus Up a Tree. Do you want to catch that if nobody's catching it?
You're welcome to go down. I think I'm gonna follow on to Disrespect's match versus Volts.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, yeah, maybe we'll meet up again later.
Okay, sounds good, buddy.
All right, good luck, good luck.
Yep, good luck. Oh, sorry, that was Renegade. Renegade is also casting, obviously. I'm going to go to another side. What's up? All right, so we're going to go to Sal versus... now I can say hi to everybody. I'm sorry, Gene Sim and all of you. I did stuff. Abel Bacon, Wheatson, Bane Riders, B Lake, Icecar stopped in to say hi. Plecto, sorry about that. Digits and Flood Advisor. Good to see you guys. We're going to do Up a Tree versus... Star Killer, my boy Star Killer. We're gonna get Up a Tree versus Star Killer, I think. Wait, is Pilly playing still? Yeah, he is. That last game was brutal. Yeah, that's a tough... I'll be honest, I don't fully know what to do, but I know if you're in that position, you need a Baneling Nest, Zamax. You played really well in the whole series. Sorry, bear with me, guys. I'm just talking to some players here. Trying to get us a lobby. I think I'm going to get Sal versus Starkiller. Whoopa Tree Zelda. Excuse me. Good old green tea. All right. Lots and lots and lots and lots of players. Heaven versus Farm Capes. Hupsea's going on. I should have got Hupsea because he had a lobby ready right then. I'm just thinking about it. Patches. How's my boy Patches doing? I would have liked to gotten Patches too. Patches versus Wraith. Winner goes on the fight. Winner Mute versus BioIce. Paco Mike versus Creature. That's a crazy one. Daryl versus Berry Crunch going on to fight Rengen, who beat Sardine. Who's sang in Upratsi Ryo. Excuse me, guys. Time to go to bed. Have a good night, Bane Riders. 2-minute delay, guys. It's always weird. And I didn't know Renegade wanted to co-cast. And I was, you know, if we meet up again, we might do another one. So it'll be a little different, but... Acheron versus Zero. Oh boy. I hope Acheron does well. Alright, Pig's waiting for one too. We are looking for lobbies. And, yeah. It'd be what it be. Bear with me, guys. It's just going to be a little bit here. Boom, boom. Zero's opponent DC. Is that Acheron? Oh, no. Acheron lost internet. Alright, we're gonna go up a tree versus Starkiller. Kamikaze versus Pili Pili. Kamikaze. I've beaten Kamikaze a few times in my day. Believe it or not. Man, I gotta get help in my dentist. Because I need some teeth work done, let me tell you guys. Whoopa Tree Zelda versus Starkiller. Should be a good one. Starkiller is a cheeky Zerg player and a buddy of mine. Great dude. And of course there's Sal. So speaking of which... He's in the upper left-hand corner. He's orange, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for Up a Tree. I think I've been covering a lot of Sal over the last 3 days in a row. What the hell is this world coming to? His opponent in the upper right with the extractor trick. Formerly from Macherino. It is Starkiller. In the teal. Our Zerg player. Going for a 15 hatch in ZBT. It's not usually the play. This could be a pain too, though, because Sal is going for 2-Rax Reaper, I would imagine. I doubt he's just low ground walling it. So an earlier hatch. Curious to see how this play. Ooh, yeah, and there's even an Overlord coming. This could be a little rough, because you can defend it with a standard opening. But I have a sneaky feeling this pool is going to be a little... No, okay, he's going pool before gas. Funnily enough, like, Queens work so well for it, so... At first. You initially need those Queens out. We'll see how many Reapers Mr. Sal goes for. I have a feeling he's going to go a little standard. Probably go into a 2-on-1 or 4X. We saw him do that in the last couple days. They actually went for 4X a couple times. The Oliveira build. Against Steadfast and... I can't remember about yesterday we got Sal at a TVT. Which he was unfortunately eliminated. It was a good series, though. Anyway, this one's going to be a good one. I have a sneaky feeling Starkiller's going to go into Roaches. Which could be good if he gets it early enough, but he doesn't have gas early with this build. He's not saturating down below. I think he's maybe timing it out for 2 gases. Maybe he's going to go like double gas and do something cheeky. I don't think so. But we'll see. 15 hatch could also mean 2-base Muta. Stream it? Stream what? That was 2 minutes ago, Flood Advisor, so by the time you hear me, I don't know what you were referring to as stream it. I don't know, gamer. Alright, let's see here. Queens. Alright. The spine is going down. Alright, Starkiller just playing it safe. Kind of safe. Let's see here. Okay, Sal is going for 4 Reapers. So we should see a Tech Lab go down. Or a Reactor first. Okay, he's going Reactor, then Tech Lab. Second CC on the way. We do have 2 more Queens that come in. Double gas. Yeah. Only 1 Queen available on the low ground for the moment. The second one is going to pop. And yeah, he's going to need all the Queens. All the Queens. This is where it gets rough because they're going to alternate their assault to the main. Okay, there is another Queen in the main base too with the spine. And the Overlord sees all, so... Alright, Sal is gonna have to back up here. He is going in for 4X. That's right, it was 4X in the previous games. Usually that's the case. It's either or. No Roachborn right now, so I'm wondering. The Zerg player is gonna want to try to hide his build still, and with the Reapers out, it's always a threat. To deny the scouting, there's a layer, so I have a feeling we're gonna see 2 more gases go down as soon as these Reapers get taken care of. There's no metabolic boost. Starkiller's actually skipping it all. This has got to be 2-base Muta. He's not taking the gases still because he doesn't want to tell. Wait, he's going double layer? What? That's a mistake. Oh no, the spine's not down. Yeah, I think Starkiller... Okay, never mind. Roachborn. Remember initially I said Roachborn Evo Chamber? Starkiller's always got these really wild builds. That could... Okay, now that's all a ruse. It is going to be 2-base Muta. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2-base Muta. And that could be good and bad against these kind of bio builds. You can catch a lot of SCVs behind the push, but he's not going to have a lot to defend. Well, he's going to have a Roachborn. Let's see if I'm wrong. Yeah, he's not saturated the gas yet. And looks like he's still going to go +1 Roach. So he's just going for Roach push. I'm way wrong. But sometimes it's just a distraction. And against Terran, really, like, the wall's only good for Hellions. There's no Hellions in this game. Do we see Glial Reconstitution being researched? Because we don't yet. We just have ranged attacks and Carapace. For a Zerg player, Mr. Starkiller. 1 Reaper still alive, but the Queens are kind of treading a little crazy off creep. Hatchery will be scouted by the Reaper over there, held positioned. And this is going to be a big stem combat shield push. Well, not really combat. Yeah, it is stem and combat shields together. Reaper already chiseling at this. And here come the boys, the Marines. The tiny Buzz Lightyears. No transfuses going down yet. Okay, now there's one. And there's just not enough here for Zerg, it looks like. We'll see. Can he hold on by the skin of his teeth? He loses a few roaches, but so far, it's so good. He's kind of taking it down. The Reaper is almost just a distraction. He forces a cancel in the hatch. It's pretty good for Sal. Loses the drone, the Star Killer, and he's going to try to retake his third base. All right, so with that being said, he's going to have a good upgrade timing. Glial Reconstitution should finish up thereabouts the time of the 1-1 for these roaches. So he's going to have roach speed, and he's going to go ahead but across the map. And in Star Killer fashion, what does he go for, guys? He's going for a Hydraless follow-up. Star Killer does like his Roach Hydra. It is funny the games in situations the games he gets into. In every matchup, like, he's got some wild sauce builds for Zerg. The upgrades are both done in tandem. He's going to have an upgrade advantage, though. Sal doesn't have his +1 yet, and that's just infantry weapons for the moment. Star Killer is going to get some work done, but there's another push over here, and all the armies on the other side of the map. Star Killer should be careful, though. He's going to need some AoE against all this bio. In my eyes, but the roaches, again, with the upgrades, might be decent. He's got a micro, though. He really wants to save the base, is going to do so. But he's going to back the hell off for the moment. Carapace +2 and range attacks +2 on the way ahead of Sal, who has, well, just +1 finishing up, not a second eBay. It's going to be very nice for a bit for Star Killer if he can get up the supply he wants. That hatchery took a serious beating. I wouldn't hate the spine crawler going down, because that's obviously going to be a point of interest for Sal. Groove Spines is interesting before muscular augments in this case, but I guess the range will be alright to deflect attacks. And it looks like, speaking of attacks, this is going to be scouted by 2 overlords. Star Killer wasn't in position. He's going to be now. He wants to hide this and then have to maybe snipe the medevac. And he is going to snipe the medevac. Bam! That is one dead group of Marines. I don't know how Sal didn't realize there was an overlord right here. That was scouted all the way across, so Star Killer literally got to just prepare for this in advance, so he preemptively set up for it. And they're on even workers, which ordinarily I'm like, yeah, that's not really good for Zerg, but look at Star Killer's army. Fido, thank you for the Prime sub for 11 months. I hope the human wins. How you doing, Fido? Good to see you, brother. Even though he's Canadian, we still hope he wins, right, Fido? It's our pal Sal versus the Killer of Stars. Star Killer. 2 good dudes. Alright, medevac going down to the south. We'll see what happens from here. Wall off going kinda, sorta. And Sal's just trying to get medevacs out. This is not going to be scouted. It's very unlucky for Star Killer. I mean, he really is kind of playing a turtley style himself. But, with the tank here. It's just one tank, but still, it's enough to clean up this army. This is not a very agile army at the moment. Muscular Augment's going to finish up in a moment. And he's going to want to split this up, so... he's trying to get the tank placement, I guess. We'll see. One thing I will say about this style I don't like is you don't have the mobility of Lings to take care of tanks. Well, he cancels the hatch at least. It's going to be alright. He's getting a few units over to the right. Star Killer's just trying to push in with his massive army supply. Sal with just 43. Star Killer's just A-moving. And GG's call. More versus less is the virtue of the win here. How you doing, Virgo? Welcome, welcome. So Star Killer takes game 1. Unfortunately, I'm missing Pilly Pilly. I really wanted to get Pilly Pilly today. So we better get some wins, because I want some Pilly Pilly on the Dave stream today. We got a little at the end yesterday. Got my boys and Max earlier from Kirktown. I'm missing Holden, too. Holden's going on. Hopefully Roddy's covering him, or somebody is. Fear Dragon, someone. Renegade. Renegade's in the game. Oh yeah, Renegade's on another series. It would have gotten Hup. We shall see how it goes. We shall see. Yeah, I need to get my... You're going to be there, Fido? I still have to get my passport. I'm like running late on that shit. They take a while, but it looks like I am. I'm hoping I don't have to quit my job to do it. We'll put it that way, but... Yeah, man, I'll get into... I didn't know... I should have thought... As I was getting closer to it, I was going to start hitting anybody up, because I'm like, yeah, Fido could... I did think of you for a bit. I'm like, Fido could probably help me out around there, too. I've never traveled to Europe, much less Germany. Or did a lot of this stuff, so it's going to be a wild time. Going on to game 2. Excuse me, guys. I think Starkiller is just kind of... How he plays, he's prepared for stuff. Builds like 2 Rax Reaper. He's a big Roach Head butter. And like I said, he likes Roach Hydra. In situations sometimes where I'm like... Almost to a fault where I've seen him lose games because of his builds, but you can just tell he has fun how he plays. He has a couple cheeky builds like it. And he literally does stuff like that in ZVZ even. It's wild. So I am kind of excited to get these guys. Alright, here we are in the bottom right. The Slayer of Supply Blocks. From Psystorm Gaming. He's Teal. He's Terran. He's probably mauling the chat right now as they talk about politics. It is up a tree. His opponent in the upper left. He's red. He's from Maturino, formerly Elfax. Give it up for my man, Mr. Starkiller. Our Zergy boy. Who's up a point. Sal needs to do something. I think maybe even just playing standard might be the route. We've seen Sal do some cheeky stuff in the last couple of days. I won't put it past him to do a proxy Rax in a third game if that happens, but he's usually not that kind of a player. Sal's a pretty standard Terran player. He's a company man for 5K, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I will put it this way. Starkiller is definitely the favored player of the two of them, I would say. He's usually a little higher MMR than Sal. Which, still, it's not impossible for Sal to win by any chance. He is a grinder. So I'm hoping we get a game 3 out of this at the least. Let's see what our boy Sal does. He's going for a scout. He's just going for a Reaper fast expand, it looks like. He may go 3cc Banshee. Something very standard. And honestly, how Sal plays, I really wouldn't hate him just playing standard. He's pretty good. He's got a lot of practice in lately, especially in tournaments. We just did a show match on Thursday. He had a pretty good run yesterday in the qualifiers, so... Here's some hopium for Sal. Best of luck to both these guys. Let's see what happens in game 2. Reaper's on its way out. And Starkiller is the kind of Zerg. Doesn't usually rush out a third base, to say the least. Starkiller going for a couple lings to send him across the map to get a harass on the command center. Wayne just pops, but it's on the low side of the hatch, of course, where they spawn. Starkiller getting that spore crawler. Does keep the drone alive. Just waits a few seconds just in case. Alright, the 2 lings are over here to go assault the SCV making the CC. Will he get a delay? This could be really big for our red Zerg player. You know, actually for Sal too, it's a lot of a delay. One of the lings is going to go down. He gets a little damage on the Marine, but that's about it for the moment. Only 1 ling left. That ling is going to go down to SCVs even, but it dies before. Alright, Lair and Roach Warren, ladies and germs. Oh, dude, I didn't even think of that. I could have stopped. Yeah, you guys are all younger than me, too. You guys would be like, ew, I don't want to room with Dave, but I was thinking about trying to see about figuring that out. For sure, Fido. I'll definitely hit you guys up. You booked the hotel and everything? I should have gotten a hold of you guys before. Damn it. All the boys. Hydra's going to be there. That's going to be cool. I get to meet all the boys. Or as Ghost would say, the Europeans. The European kids. Now you're all getting older. All European young lads. Alright, here we go, guys. We do have a Viking. I think Sal's still going to go for Banshee. He's going at 3 CCs. The Viking kind of can hide the build a little bit, but... Sal is not microing the Reaper. It's going to go down. He's pretty sure that... At least he got the scout that it's a third base, but... That was some, It was a very Sal maneuver right there, guys. Let's be real. Let's just hold position the Reaper while it's getting hit by Queen. But you know what? We cannot say the man has been supply blocked too hard this game. No 54-54 supply block for Mr. Sal. Alrighty. Here we are, guys. I shouldn't be drinking, ginger... what is it? I almost said ginger ale. Green tea. Drinking anything while I'm right here casting the mic, but I needed something to drink. Excuse me. Alright. Well, Sal is going to clear out both the Overlords, but the Roach push cometh. And this is just Glial Reconstitution. He's going for a push. There's no siege tank out yet. Well, it will be by the time they're here. But they can get some work done on the low ground still, because they're right at his doorstep. Right now, tank is going down. And honestly, he might be able to maneuver right on top of the tank. It looks like that's the plan, but the boys are pulled. Kind of block him off a bit. He's going for SCVs at first, but oh, he gets the tank. A little bit of a scrappy engagement, and that being said, the Banshee's not even a thought yet. Oh god, Cell is over. It is done. Starkiller advances in the very unfortunate quick series for ZVT especially. They don't usually go that quick. Poor Cell getting bullied over here. It'd be rough in these streets. Know what I'm saying? GG. Rain versus Conduit. We're going to go right into the next one. Or Saberlight. Change his name to Conduit. That was a very quick one. Well, yeah, Fido, DM me after. I'm hoping that I'm not screwed, because Forjumi recommended a hotel to me. It was like BBB or something. I can't remember. The B&B. I don't know. It's a couple letters together. I gotta look. For some reason, that's coming to mind. I just looked at it the other day, but I gotta book my room. I gotta get my... Once I have my passport, I'm booking the room. I gotta talk to, the Home Story Cup folks, or if nothing else, Roddy, to try to get my ticket for the event, too. Alright, here we are in a best of 3. It is Rain versus Saberlight. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Crimson Court in the purple. It is Rain. And his opponent in the upper right. He's going by Conduit. He's in the red. It is Saberlight. Little PvP for you. We will see what happens. I wanted to get Peely, but how you doing, Gildan? What is up, amigo? All right, another probe going out here. Scout from Conduit. Well, I mean, Conduit at Saberlight. I kind of like his name, though. Conduit. That's kind of a cool Protoss name. What do you guys think? Warp Conduit. Alright, just a little scout going on each side. Ray Rain finally going. Actually, this may be a proxy. We'll find out. No, I think it's just a scout. Core's dropping for both of them. Yeah, Ray is going to get a scout after all. Just making sure everything's looking normal. And there is no second pylon right here yet. It's a little... I mean, both of them are getting them at... It's a normal time, so... Ray will be able to scout that as well. Neither probe is taking any shield damage, really. It's all recovered for Saberlight. Ray being annoying on this mineral line. That's about all we got to say for the start of this one as we get into it. Alright, Conduit going to try to scout yet block. Ray Rain just going all around. Oh, he stopped microing for a second. Hopefully he catches this. He might want to drop a pylon here in a few seconds. We'll see. He may just be hanging around. Alright, he's going back. Oh, this is annoying. The probe war. It looks like Ray Raven is going to lose his probe. Not like this. The pylon will drop. Yeah, I think the move is to chase that down a bit, but we'll see. Saberlight just opened Stalker Sentry. 4 Stalkers for Ray. Ray's going to be a little aggressive for a moment before he takes his expand. It's going to delay it possibly when you go 4 Stalkers as an opener. Oh, okay. Thanks, Fido. And apologies, guys. I should probably mute my mic or something, but I'm a little tired. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Saberlight sending the double hallucinated Stalker Scout. 200 IQ play right here. He's just going to yeet by him. Well, Ray Ray's going to see that it's a hallucination, but that's actually pretty wild. That's a lot of use of energy for sentries. And it's a 3 sentry opener for Saberlight. Is Ray going blink behind us? I don't see a Twilight going down or anything yet. Wouldn't hate to see it. Shield battery is active there, but you know what? Wow. 4 Stalkers are putting a lot of work in, but... Oh! The power of sentries now, guys. We just talked about it earlier when Renegade and I were casting, but still. It's a spicy one. I want to see these boys get a little wild here in these games. Ray's getting some good damage done here. I'm not going to lie. He's got the Twilight coming down below this. Battery overcharge is activated, however. He forced it out of Saberlight, and he is going to retreat for a bit. I don't hate this. In a weird way, he's got enough damage done. Just like, look at the trades. A couple Stalkers and a Sentry, a lot of damage in the pylon. He drained the energy out of the shield battery. He's going to need, like, Warpins if he wants to be this aggressive. You don't have to, but now he's not trading as well, and he should back the hell up. I was just going to say, as this goes on, I wouldn't hate a pylon going for a proxy. And this map, when you had blink, you could... I think you can blink over that. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can blink over that without a problem. It's going to be a Dark Shrine from Ray Rain. And Mr. Saberlight going for Twilight as well. And blink. Okay, DTs and blink. Liking this a little better. Liking it a little better from Mr. Ray. Got a little sloppy there at the end. And, well, Saberlight is going to be able to... Oh, never mind. Here's the proxy that I was talking about. Ray Rain manages to get the pylon up. Let's see what it is. I think it might just be a pylon. And looks like Mr. Saberlight is going to take a Nexus. Dark Shrine about 75-80% complete. Now, there is a Robo and a Forge coming, though, so I'm 99% sure there's going to be an Observer out. Still, I think a DT or 2 might come out. And yeah, a DT or 2 should come out now, because Observers build faster now. It could be a problem. Wow, this proxy's still not scouted yet. It is kind of fortunate for Ray. He's pushing out. Blink's going to be done a smidge before Mr. Saberlight. Couple DTs warping in. Look at these guys. We got Dave Test at number 1 going to the main base. Dave Test at number 2 going to the Nat. And here comes Blink, finishing up in 10 seconds. The DTs are scouted. There are sentries. They can wall it off, and they will. That being said, the Observer's getting chronoed out. Some workers could go down. That third base is in trouble. Decent moves from Ray, and this is where I'd rather see Stalkers warped in. Will be the case. DT getting some work done in the natural, too. Sentries are so good now. Holy shit. Look at the difference in the fight. A DT actually helping him. Damn, it's helping Ray out quite a bit. It's getting the work in this. It's finally going to go down eventually, but not before several stalkers went. GG is called, and Ray is going to take game number 1. Very well done by Ray. Very well done. All right. Excuse me, guys. Peely. I want to see how Peely's doing. Boom, boom. I actually want to see how everybody's doing. Let's take a look at the bracket. Heaven and Farm Cakes going on. Who's Farm Cakes? I think that's who Roddy wanted to cover, if I'm not mistaken. Disrespect with Volts is covered by Renegade. Star Killer wanted to fight who? Tavo and Asuna's going on. That's got to be a good one. Holden and J-Mac. Roddy covering Hunter and Heaven. Let's see here on this one. Saberlight needs a minute. I may need to take a minute as well. Or no, Rain does. Whatever. I'm going to take a moment. All right, I'm going to take a moment. All right. We are in a lobby. Oof. That was a spicy one. That was a quick one. But that was a good one. Let's see what we get in game 2 when Mr. Ray's back. All right, we got Mr. Piggy in here too. All right. Peg is dipping out of this one. All right, guys, here we are. It's getting a little dark in here. Okay, turning on these nuts. All right, Google. Yeah, I gotta put some lights in. I got a new router. Consequently, had to update some devices. All right, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Aura, up a point. At least I thought he was on Team Goes to Pro. Is he anymore? It's Ray Rain. I gotta ask. Gildan was here. His opponent in the upper left, in the red. It is Saberlight. I mentioned that earlier, and I'm not 100% sure. I see him with no clan tag on his main account. I forgot. Well, now. Alright, Probe's running by. You know, we didn't see this here, and I gotta ask him. I was watching him last night, is Rocker. Why is Rocker not playing? Mr. Green. How you doing, Green Ultralisk? Green. Holy shit, Fido is here now. Green's here. Fortunately, we're not a 2-minute delay. 2-minute, no Dave. Alright, yeah, let's see here. Double gate opener, nothing too crazy. Oop a tree. Thank you for the big old raid. My pale sail. Hope you are doing alright, man. Sorry you had a quick end today. Great year on yesterday. And thank you for the follow, Envy Parlig. Unfortunately for Sal made me do this. Based Envy Parley. Yeah, there's a 2-minute delay. Thank you, Sal. And thank you, Envy Parley. Honestly, though, you had a good run overall. Yesterday was a deep one. I was a little unfortunate, Sal, and thank you so much. Stalker Sentry for Mr. Ray this time. Double Adept for Saberlight. We're kind of hopping all over, guys. There's a lot of friendos I didn't get to catch. I'm glad I got to cover Sal. Unfortunately, that felt a little rough. Starkiller is a tough Zerg player. He's got his cheeky builds. So we were feeling for our pale Sal. Double Adept is gonna be scouted and delayed a little, so it's gonna allow Ray to be prepared quite a bit. Pylon is gonna be annoying to deal with, though, allowing Saberlight to take his Nexus, presumably. He's getting the shield battery first, but not really quite sure what we're gonna get overall. I think Ray's just gonna expand, but we'll find out. He is doing just that. He's prepared to drop a pylon as long as he has 100 minerals or a shield battery. More than likely. And he gets it. Nice defense by Ray Rain. Interestingly enough, the double adept opener, and this isn't anything even cheeky. Usually you're trying to debate your opponent into thinking you're going Stargate or maybe even Proxy Robo. Something to that effect, but it's not the case. Can I have a channel point refund? No. Okay, maybe. We'll consider it 21 Seco. What is your channel point redemption? Were you the one that asked for 2 cigarettes build? Well, maybe I'm doing it and you don't know. Maybe I am and you don't know. Alright, guys. The Probius going across. 2 Adepts trying to get more work done still yet again. And Ray is going to re-wall it again. Ray Rain, the soup Nazi of Adept defense. No soup for you. 2 Adepts. Look at them all mad. They can't get anything done. Ray's just too good. That being said, Saberlight with a really delayed Twilight. Ray Rain had a pretty good time for Blink. And I don't hate this. He's sending a couple Stalkers up to finally aggress a bit on these Adepts. He needs to take them out, get them out of his hair. But with just sentries to defend, that's kind of a hard counter. Well, the shield's already gone. I was going to say the shield buff could be good, but they're all cleaned up. Rig perfectly defends. Yeah, he hasn't lost a single thing. So far, 2 Adepts and a Pylon going down for Saberlight. That's all we got right now. See what happens from here. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you need refunded. And if I think about it later, we'll give you your points back. Alrighty, robotics facility going down for Saberlight. Ray did go DTs before, so in this game I think it's just more Ds. These nuts going down in this game. Blink is not done from either player. Ray being very aggressive again. Nice force fields. And he's getting some work done on now the shield battery. Actually taking out the battery could be nice, but he's not going to fully do it. Observer up for Ray in advance. He is kind of trading. I mean, let's take a look. Seemed a little scrappy, but losing a Stalker and a Sentry is actually okay. He's put a lot of pressure on, a lot of damage. The Observer may go down, though. There is... Oh, wow. Ray getting a couple of Adepts and getting 5 workers. Like, the probe count's very close now after it. Okay, now these adepts are really getting some work in. Going into the main base, and they're gonna get a shade out, I think. Oh no, he cancels. He says, heck it. These have gotten their work. I would say those 2 adepts were extremely worth it. As Ray leads with nearly a 10 supply advantage. Don't worry, guys. It's not going to be all standard PvPs and stuff. We have no idea what we're getting into tonight. As we've seen in all the matches yesterday. Some today. We'll disrespect the Avenge sale. That's what we need to know for Terran players. Alright. The pesky rocks getting taken down by Mr. Saberlight. And we do have +1 for both going down at the same time. I like that Ray's going into charge. A lot of people will skip charge these days, and I don't... Like, if you can get to, like, just pure Stalker, it can be scary good. Where you have, like, a maxed out army supply of literally virtually nothing but Stalkers. Late game. It surprisingly goes pretty good against anything. But before then, it just seems so worth it. I mean, rather than having a couple of adepts here and there, you'll see people going to that route. Obviously, charge lots are just 100 minerals, and be able to spam them out can be pretty good. What's this? We got an aggressive proxy pylon from Saberlight. Both going immortals, both going +1. No charge for conduit. And this is where I'm going to favor Ray Rain. The longer this goes on, from how it's looking. He's even going for a Warp Prism. I love it. So even with Warp Prism Harass, it can be good. The proxies can be good, but I think it's going to be... I have a sneaky feeling this will be scouted. It's not so far. Here comes the assault. Oh, now it is. It is definitely going to be scouted and dealt with. With charge finishing, this is looking pretty good for Ray, who's not supply blocked after losing that pylon on the proxy. Saberlight is. Ray is pushing out. He's going to have to be a little careful. Ooh. Fourth base being attempted by Saberlight as well. And Ray, it's going to be a little bit of a base trade. Which will favor our purple Protoss. Alright, sweet baby Ray taking advantage of his damage to the shield battery earlier, and that is another quick series. It looks to me like that was just a stomp. I mean, Saberlight's a pretty good Protoss player, but still, it's over pretty quickly. We'll be going on to our next series in just a moment. Not really just a moment. We don't know now, because it's hurry up and wait time, possibly. Alright, guys, let me find another lobby. Let me find another lobby link. Looks like Volts 2-0 disrespect, damn. Holden got taken out by J-Mac. Oof, not my boy Holden. Apple Juice is going on to fight J-Mac. Pili versus BioIce. Oof. That's going to be a tough one for Pili. Inexorable versus Eon. Who's Live versus Paco Mike. That could be a good one. Starkiller waiting for the winner of that. Rengen versus Berry Crunch. And winner of that goes on to fight Ryu. Oh, Rob versus Master. I'd like to catch Rob. That's another one. Heaven's still in it with Farm Cakes, unless it's not been updated. Oh, shoot, it's Heaven versus Ray. Roddy's got it. Ay. Guys, give me just a minute. Gotta find us a lobby. I would have loved to get in Pilly. Hope that's going okay for Mr. Peels. Take a look. I got his stream up over here. Bear with me, guys. We're just looking around. Boom, boom. We are looking around. I was hoping to get Ray in heaven, but Roddy's got that one in the bag. It's all good. I really was hoping to get Pilly. Whoever of my buddies is left here. Eon is NAC versus Lass. Latin America North versus North America Central. Okay. Remember lobbies. Alright, we may have a different one altogether. It looks like I might be on to like Inexorable. And find out. We shall find out. Tavo, okay. I'd like to cover a whole series if I could. Oh, it's 1-1. So we're going to do Asuna versus Tavo. How you doing, Baka Stormgate? How are they playing so early? It was the seeding. Yesterday, they both went pretty deep in the quals, is why Baka. How you doing, Baka? What's up? What's up? All right, here we are, guys. Let's get into it. It's 1-1, so this is actually match point. Spawning the upper right-hand corner of Crimson Court in the purple from New Angels. Give it up for Tavo. Our Terran man. His opponent in the bottom left, formerly from Alpha X, which unfortunately is no longer with us. It's our blue Protoss player, Asuna. His match point here. Winner will proceed. Hoping to grab a qualifying spot. There are 4 of them. Yeah, it is kind of rough that Pilly and Bio got in that early in the tournament. For both their sides, it's a tough one. It's kind of cool to see that Pilly's been tryharding for this. Not to show Protoss bias on there or anything. Pilly's a good bud of mine. I'm always rooting for everybody in the work-in and good games. That's what we're rooting for when you're casting. But it's always nice to see people come back. And like, he never left, but you know, he's just been focusing on life and playing more micro tournament and star auctions and stuff like that. That's what I'm getting at. Wow, this probe's getting the work in though. Holy crap. You might be able to go and pick off an SCV at this rate. It's been damn annoying delaying this barracks and getting work done on SCVs. He's not done. He's going back for some more damage. The RNG and misclick do cost him any more damage. And that be that. Alright, it's just going to be a Nexus after core for Mr. Asuna. Alright, let's see what happens. Marine opener. It is funny to see that much damage on SCVs from one probe earlier on. I mean, he did take some hull damage as well. Some significant hull damage. That's usually what you're looking for is Protoss. What you're not looking for, in my opinion, is an extra drone, or an extra probe, I should say. on your minerals when you could be mining gas. But we'll see what happens. Mistakes happen. Alrighty. Double gas. Looks like it's probably going to be a 1-1-1 out of this. Not too surprising from how he opened. He didn't even get a Reaper. He could still cheek it up with 3x Factory, but I don't know why. Off double gas that quick. We'll see what happens as the Adept shades across the map. We do have a Stalker follow-up. It's very standard for Protoss. Oh, you might lose this Adept, and that's usually why you go for some Marines earlier. Ah. Almost shades it in. You can usually go and preemptively hit the Adept. It took 1 HP damage. That's funny. 69 health. Nice. That's all I'm going to say. No workers killed or anything. That was a misclick on my part. Apologies. There's a singular Hellion. Another Hellion coming. It's going to be scouted. Oh, the Adept makes its way in. This is a disaster for Tavo. You never want that Adept to get in. It's a big dub for Protoss right there. And the Adept cleans some more up. The Hellions are scouted. So he knows this is very likely to be a Hellion drop. Could be a Marine drop with the Hellion. You should kind of push in with the Hellions in the natural and go with Marines in the main. That may actually be what happens. There's a Blink Stalker opener, though, and does look to be just a 2-gate. He's going for the fast 4-minute third Nexus. And this is exactly what it's going to be, a Marine drop. It's 3 Hellions poked to the side. I like the pylon placement of Asuna. He doesn't have a lot of map vision. I mean, I know it's earlier on, but you can usually send probes out, etc. Medevac going in a little precariously. Will be scouted by this pylon, and the Stalkers are already in the main base. So look at this. Medevac is going to be intercepted, but it's going to be a way not to heal the Marine still. Hellions trying to get some work done into the natural, but the Stalker's there. And the shield battery are going to help a little. See how many probes Mr. Tavo can get. Does he get another hit? Nah, the shield battery is just too good. No, I mean, it was just a little unlucky still. He's doing okay-ish. Gets a Stalker. Not too bad. Blink is done. He still managed to get at least a Stalker out of it. I wouldn't hate him to get the hell out of there. Save that medevac, sir. The problem is it is a 3 Nexus build, but 14 workers fell for Asuna. Honestly, that's very worth it. He got 2 Stalkers, the Adept, that pylon on the side. In terms of what it cost, I think it was worth it. As long as this medevac makes it back. Those are good trades. You like my efforts? Thank you, NoFX. I'm a little hungover, which nobody's surprised. Everybody be like, that's every day, Dave. No, it's a Saturday. We're kind of getting over that after a long week. Admittedly, I could have probably slept till like 4 p.m. today. I had some nice Mexican food with my girlfriend before this. Hope you guys are all doing good. Enjoying the games. Got Stem and +1 coming down for Tavo. I like the siege tank placement. SimCity's okay. It's still a gap. After for Zealots. Charge and +1 on the way for Protoss. Interference Matrix is the play for Mr. Terran, man. And if this is a Storm follow-up, that could be very good for Protoss, honestly. Templar Archives isn't down yet, though, and we aren't seeing anything. No Robotics Bay. No nada, because he's not taking any gas. He's just playing Gateway Man. He is playing Gateway Man. See what happens here. As we get into the match point. Again, I would have liked to cover a free whole series, but we got it in this one. Why this is okay-ish for Protoss is, in terms of economy, losing the 14 probes, he's the 3rd Nexus, but the downside is the army supply. Still, he does have a ton of gates. Another one about to come online in a while. It's just now going into Immortals. Like, it's gonna sound crazy, but you need anything. If you're going Gateway, man, Immortals are your friend. I doing Yerald. Alright, Zelly boys are warping in. Looks like we are going in for +1 armor behind this. Protoss, man. Tavo with some good defense right here. Picking the Stalkers off, but is he going to be prepared for the War Prism? Alright, I don't hate this for Protoss. At the same time, he's going to go in, send some Zealots in the third, and go into the main base. That's my guess. But meanwhile, there's a big Terran push coming from Tavo. Higher army supply, but this is where Protoss wants to get work done on the other side, maybe forcing the army to go back before it pushes, but guess what? Tavo's so far across. I don't think that's even an option right now. Decent anti-armor missile, and guess what? Battery overcharge is not enough to keep Big Daddy Immortal alive against all these Marines, all these Marauders. The auto turret's going down, several probes falling in the third base, but a lot of work getting done on the other side of it. Forcing a lift on the third, but honestly, Tavo's retained most of his SCVs, and our Protoss player is trying to fight for dear life to stay in this. The Widow Mine's defended the tanks. Oh my god, that was a rough loss right there for Asuna. Zealots finally making their way on the back onto the tanks. The Widow Mines are getting targeted as well. Protoss is trying to hang on by the skin of his teeth, and the Widow Mine is going to be deep. Nope, it's gone. Tavo's still massively ahead in army supply, though. Protoss did manage to get this fourth base, but Asuna has lost so many workers. He has no splash damage. Armory coming with the second. eBay is really good for Tavo. Yeah, Tavo is a really good player. Asuna, I've not seen as much with. I do like his play, but I do wish he went into... I know there's a lot of the guys that really like Gateway, man, but still, you need to follow up with it. It's just how the game be these days, especially. It ain't what it used to be in my eyes. I know that the Forge upgrade reduction in time has helped it, but I still think at the least you need a Temple Archives. To get Archons out, maybe even more Storm, you know what I mean? But we be where we be. There were so many workers lost. This fourth base lead is not going to matter because Tavo's is way ahead in every metric. But Asuna is trying to hang on for dear life in this. He does not know what we know. Try it. Teto Kabaki? Spicy rice cakes? I would. My stomach's my issue right now. I do like spicy stuff, but I would tell you right now that would probably wreck me. Damn, Tavo is so far ahead, even with a 4-base Protoss. He just lost too much economy. He barely held his third. But look at these losses, guys. Damn. That is like a 2-to-1 lead and trade efficiency for Tavo. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy stuff as we get into it. Alrighty. Well. Some racks going down. We'll see what happens here. As the big push comes from Tavo down the fourth base. There's literally a 2-to-1 army supply advantage for a Terran player. And we're just now seeing a Temple Archives coming down way late. Couple Blink Stalkers, couple Immortals and Sentries and Zealots. That's all we have for Protoss, man. Force fields. I don't know how much I agree with those force fields, to be honest. They do trap some bio units to the side, but it doesn't really leave surface area for the Zealots. Not that there's many. The Immortal's actually helping out here because it's a lot of Marauders. And somehow, Asuna holds with like no army supply. Again, he was catching up on workers, but losing those extra right there is rough. There's now a 4-base Tavo with 60 workers to 53 in this massive army supply lead. The upgrade's even looking pretty significantly better. However, Protoss does have +2 ground weapons. He just doesn't have the money to really get ahead in any form. It's just a game of being catch-up. Like, this supply is just too far ahead for Darren. If he wins, he's the GOAT. And we have the Resonating Dave's icon. I actually am going to make that a subscriber icon. Sibba gave me the approval. What do you guys think of the Resonating Dave's? Oh my god, Guardian Shield is not going to be enough to help this. Units falling, people falling, Protoss falling. I don't know how soon it would hold this, but I would agree. Had he been able to hold this some way, somehow, he doesn't even have some miracle storms available, but really the only thing that would insta-kill would be disruptors, and I don't even see how that would do it. GG's called. Tavo is going to advance in the bracket. Very well done. Suna played pretty well, though, but I think he was getting a little greedy earlier on. And ended up costing him. Losing 14 workers earlier was a little rough. You're logging in from the Netherlands? It is... Tavo would be the favored player there, I'd say. But they're pretty even. That's actually true, Baka. They are pretty even. I still would say Tavo is probably the favored player a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a little smidge. Alright, let's see what we can get. It's Volts versus Tavo. Damn, I want to get Pilly if I can, but is anybody covering Pilly? Renegade is... Oh, Bio Ice is up one. Oh, I hope Pilly doesn't get taken out. Looking a little rough for Mr. Pili. So I think we're going to go into Volts versus Tavo. Stay on this side if we can. Another PVT. And Pilly's going triple Stargate Phoenix. Boom, boom. How's it looking from here, guys? Guys, give me a minute. They're doing vetoes. I have to go blow my nose and stretch out for a minute. I know it's not been that long, but my old chunky self needs to get some movement. All right, I'll be right back. Waiting for the vetoes. All right, guys, we'll have a series in a bit. Boom, boom. Let's see here, guys. Bear with me. They're getting vetoes in. Rain 2-0'd Heaven, damn. Oh. And Heaven 2-0'd Hunter. Crazy. It's rough out here today. Pilly Peely going triple Stargate Phoenix is wild to see. And the end is Zealots. It almost reminded me of a weird version of a Roddy build. Boom. Whoever was the fake Dave Testa, kindly fuck off. I blocked you. Disrespect, what up? That was really well done. I'm gonna steal that. Nice. How you doing, Disrespect? I'm sorry I didn't cover your games. I saw Renegade had you. Versus Eon game 2. I'm not gonna get that one, I don't think, because Cosmos is covering it. I'm gonna stay on Volts versus Tavo if I can. How's Robbie did? Disrespect. Sorry that you had been eliminated, it looked like. Draconics versus Perfect Zero going on to fight Robbie. Bear with me, guys. We're just waiting to see wherever we get. Trying to split it up. More casters are on, and etc., etc. As we do it. Okay, I'm getting Pilly Pilly versus BioIce game 3. Don't really care. Me. Alright, we're gonna get Volts versus Tava. Alright, I'm gonna get Volts versus Tavo because no one's covering the other sides. I gotta cover other series, so we're gonna get this whole series. I really wish Pilly Pilly luck. Kinda sucks. Alright, these guys are just remaking with the Observer ++ mod. This is good. Everybody's splitting up the lobbies, so there's not really duplicate casters. All right. Here we go into game number 1 of a little TVP again. I've covered a lot of one of these guys at least. in my time. It's been a minute, actually. And here he is, in the upper left-hand corner of Ghost River, in the purple. Representing New Angels, it is Tavo, our Latin American Terran Terror. And his opponent in the upper right in the blue. Give it up for Volts, our Protoss powerhouse. This map can lead to some cheeky pushes. Especially tank. I like tank pushes on this map, to be honest. Like, with the rocks, obviously you got to scout it, but it can be pretty powerful. Goes unscouted. Because you can get right in here, get the gases, get a yeah. There's a lot of damage that can be dealt, like especially the standard opener. Batteries, robos. All right, Volt's going for a scout. This is the gate scout. Gate gas scout, I should say. And it's double gas from Tavo for game number 1. Should be a spicy one. I'm calling it now. I think this is going to actually be a really spicy series. And all of you that are still playing, if you happen to hop here in between, good luck to you. Everybody that got defeated, I'm so sorry for you. But regardless, I'm glad you signed up to play. Unlucky I couldn't cover everybody. I wanted to see how Jugger Jay was doing. Jay, it would have been fun to cast too. I always enjoy catching Jason's games. Supporting my amigo Jugger Jay. Barry played today. He's another good one. Good one. Feels bad for my man Heaven, but Ray's a really good player. I mean, both of them are, but glad at least Roddy covered that one. And honestly, today it made me happy to see Fear Dragon on. We got Renegade back. All right. Let's see what we get here. Obviously, it's going to be Barracks Factory opener for Tavo, who does have a Reaper. He's just looking around, checking for proxies, checking for a probe. Not really going out with it. Oh, that's why he's going Reaper Hellion. He's going Reaper Hellion. See how this fares for our Terran player. Is a Stargate opener from Volts. Failed to mention that before, but this could be actually alright. If it's a Reaper Hellion, an Oracle can get a lot of work done. So it's almost feeling TVT in this side of the map. Not so cheesy, is just literally a build for another another matchup. Aftermath Volt. Oh, Volts is on your team, Theory? I'm sorry. I thought Volts was. My apologies. On the Stormgate side of things. Thank you for letting me know. I know it's annoying with the 2-minute delay. My man, Mr. Theory, I hope you're doing good today, by the way. Base Theory. My brother from another mother. A Protoss in StarCraft. An Infernal in Stormgate. Volts is getting some work done on these units, but ultimately using the Oracle for defense. It's one thing you can do, but a lot of times people go try to get work done on the workers. I think this actually works out better in a way. He's stalled the offense, but he has to be careful with this Oracle. His Volt's paying attention. He's not for the moment. He's trying to... Yeah, you got a micro man. Took some hull damage on that Oracle. I don't like the double Oracle. He should have gone to Phoenixes. My humble opinion, you want to go into Phoenixes. Double Oracle is just going to delay how many Phoenixes you could build. And it's 2 gay. So, realistically, he's probably going Phoenix Charge if he does anything more with Phoenixes. He's getting a Robo. This is a little old school from Volts. Oh, thank you, Isan. Jade didn't make it in time. That's rough. That is a little unfortunate. Alright, Adepts and Stalkers pushing out here a little bit, just kind of fending this off. It's only the 2 Reapers and Hellion that remained. And now it's going to be 3 Cyclones, 2 Vikings, and a bunch of Marines pushing. Interference, Matrix, and Ravens coming behind this. Which I don't hate, but I think this is more going to be... Wait, what's going on? Why have we not researched charge? Okay, now he's going into charge just now. But I think this army should defend it with the shield battery. Possibly. He needs to be in position. Protoss, what are you doing? You needed to be in position before, because now that's just going to be targeted. Honestly, the Oracle's getting some decent work done. Though I usually want to go for other units than the Cyclone. Actually, that Cyclone's going to be a juicy target now. And this is actually, I'd say well defended, but it's a little weirdly defended. Vikings actually do decent, surprisingly, against Stalkers, but ultimately, it's a very costly push for our Terran, man. Tavo is trying to get the bio transition. He's going to swap the starport and the barracks. Move the starport somewhere else eventually. But honestly, that really favored Volts. So Volts didn't really lose any workers. He did lose the two Oracles, 3 Stalkers, and the Adepts, but it's a lot to lose for Terran. 2 Hellions, 2 Vikings, 3 Reapers, 3 Cyclones, and 8 Marines. He is Baka. Oh, that's why I'm getting confused. I didn't realize Volts was Baka. Base, that is cool. So he is from Aftermath. Very cool stuff. Aftermath, good team. All right, let's see your Phoenixes and Immortals for now. This is weird. So it's charge lot. Actually, it's charge lot Immortal with Phoenixes. The other Stalkers and stuff were kind of just like defense earlier. But that seems to be the play from Protoss for now. He's probably going to go into Robo units more. Who knows? With 4 gassing. Oh, yeah, he did. Okay, he got a Robo Bay. That was weird. He just wanted to get 1 Immortal beforehand. And honestly, there's not a lot of Immortals. Or not Immortals, sorry. Marauders. I almost said Immortals. I didn't say Immortals, but that's not what I meant. The Immortals will be good for Marauders. And Phoenixes might actually be able to contend with the Raven. Robo is hid for now. Tavo did go for a scan, and it is just... Okay, he did get a 3rd CC behind us, so... Now I'm not hating it as much for Tavo, but when Protoss is ahead in Army, a little ahead in Workers, going for a 4th base now with all of that, that's actually a good time to take a 4th base early, because he's ahead. The only thing he's not ahead of is upgrades, but it's just +1 on 1 eBay. We don't see that a Ghost build here, really. It's very possible that Tavo goes into Ghost, but I'm really liking Volt's position in this game now. I think that build just didn't work out, unfortunately, for Tavo. Alright, as we get into it, Concussive Shells is on the way for our Terran player. You have Extended Thermal Lance finishing up, +1 halfway done from Protoss, and Infantry Armor coming down for Terran. Colossi count's going to start to grow here, and as well as the Phoenixes. He's going to need stuff to contend with the Vikings, because there's a lot of Vikings coming out. Some Widow Mines. A couple medevacs, but that's the downside when you're pumping into Vikings a bit. It's not like a ton. Actually, where we're at. Yeah, he's just going to have like the 2 Vikings, I guess, for now, so it's not too bad. Alright, I like the scouting position for Volts, and I don't hate that Tavo's sending a couple Mariners out to look around. Zealot's going to intercept this. Looks like we had a little bit of a Protoss assault going. Which may be a bit of a problem. We'll see. Is he going for a 5th base? That'd be mad, lad. I think he is. He's going for a 5th base right now. Gateway, man. But not quite like the other one. He's greedy, man, more like. But he just wants to stay ahead. But if he loses this fight, throws his whole army away. That could be another story. The interference matrices are good, but the Zealots jump on top of the tanks. The Graviton Beam being really good here. With the Phoenixes lifting the tank, ultimately 1 falls, and that is a complete cleanup of the Terran army, pretty much. 1 Viking is out, the Phoenix taking it down. Oh my god. Volts has played a really good macro game. Unfortunately for Mr. Tavo, I just don't think that build worked out too well. Not the biggest fan from games I see. I kind of was thinking, depending on how this works out, it could be fine, but I think he got a little... The push was a little strange, and it was just too hard countered earlier. That sent him way far behind. With a really high macroing Protoss, it's just too hard to beat. GG, Volts takes game number 1. Oh yeah, for sure. Tavo is definitely a good player too. Volts is a OG player like yourself, Theory, but he's been around for... He's been hanging around a little bit. I feel bad I don't have a bunch of you guys too. I'm looking. I always forget to do stuff, but what's real Dave Test's next match? Hopefully they both qualify somehow. Sorry, brain not processing things well today, Theory. That would be something. They're so OP that they both qualify when there's only a spot. They convince ESL to let them both through. That would be something. That would be something. I'm liking this series. Let's see what Tavo's got for it. I don't think he's gonna go out like without a fight. Nice. So now I'm going to have to say Volts, a.k.a. Baka. He even came in earlier. Baka Stormgate. Volts has still got it. Volts has still got it. Theory, sorry to see you didn't make it all the way through. Yay, man, you made it to the round of 32 and you took a game off the inexorable there. That's actually... I forgot to say on your standings. Still, I'm glad to see you still got it. From all the big breaks from StarCraft you took. Theory's still cooking, guys. Theory's still cooking. Alright, in the upper left-hand corner of Amphion, representing Nude Angels. Give it up for Tavo. And his opponent in the bottom left, in the red, our Protoss player. From Aftermath Esports, it is Volts, a.k.a. Baka. But yeah, that's pretty cool to see. Theory didn't just get swept out from a guy that's there. He's not that washed. He's setting up for Stormgate and he's showing us he can still play Protoss. I would have loved to seen you qualify. Theory'd be like, well, maybe I'm not totally done with StarCraft. If you qualified. I can imagine seeing that. You'd sneak in a few games here and there. I would have loved to seen that. That's hot take or not. That would have been the results I wanted to see. Theory, qualifying. That'd be Omega based. How'd Pilly make out? They're still going. And it looks like he's in a rough spot, but maybe not. Yeah, Phoenix is against Roaches. Sorry, guys. I had to look on the other side and check on my man Pilly. Because BioIce is a really good player as well. We got lots of games going on. Sad for Heaven. Ray's also a Chad. Oh my gosh. The probe. He's trying to take on 2 SCVs. I don't think he can. Man, Amigo. I know you want to get that delay, but I think you may want to try to save the probe. But the Reaper coming on, I think that probe's going to go down. If it stays on regular pathing, the Reaper's going to catch up here pretty quickly. Actually, with the Reaper Cliff, I think they're going to intersect. So that probe has just 5 HP left. And that will be the case. Look at that. Tavo's going right for it. He's waiting for it. He's like, nope. Not on my watch. This map's a bit of a strange one. It really forces you to take 1/3. You can mine this out, but this is the one that actually made me mauled against Zerg when I was first playing these maps, to be honest. Yeah. No problem, Theory. I wish I got you before. I can't catch everybody. You know how it is. And plus, we actually have some casters today. Yesterday, I was me and Roddy were the only 2 English casters. Big thanks to Cosmos, too, for covering. Today, we had Fear Dragon for a while. Looks like he dipped out. Renegade, Roddy, and Pig, and myself. You know who would be casting this is Light. The Cranky Ducklings would be on it, but I know Light's catching up from his trip out in Europe. That guy's been grinding. All right. Reaper will be escaping. See how this goes. Alrighty. Mariners. Aliens. Medevacs. And it's going to be another Stargate opener from Volts. It's the same thing again, more or less. Tavo could alternate it, so you have more or less the same situation we saw in game number 1. It's just the first Reaper went out first for Scout. And ironically, the Oracle has to respect 6 Marines. He's just going to get a rev tag, and that's it. Did take some hull damage. That's not ideal for our purple Protoss player. He's going to go for a 3rd base. Not quite as early this time, but we'll see how these guys do. I think there's going to be a little more bio. Oh my god, that was not the stasis forward. I think he had it clicked in advance for some reason, and yeah, that was unlucky for Volts, for Baka. He literally just donated a stasis ward. Will he again? Nope. Oh my god, that was... Alright, so there was a throw versus a throw right there, guys. I don't really know what that accomplished ultimately. I like this better from Tavo this game, I'm not gonna lie. Going for the 3 racks a little faster, the interference matrix. No, weird push with a bunch of units. He's just keeping bio back, going into Marine Tank Raven, and then probably into Medevacs. Oh, wait, Chrono, but there's no research going. We getting charged, amigo, are we getting blink? Hello, Volts. Volts, we're forgetting something. Is he faking it out? Was that a fake Chrono? I think that was a mistake. Volts, we forgot the research. Oh man, Baka. In some trouble. I think that was a big mistake. Medevac with Marines there. Oh god, now he remembers. He's going charge lots. He's dropping gates. Usually they're going to go charge after Stargate, but there's a lot of times we've seen, Geralt's playstyle for often in the past was Oracles in the Blink. I'm not a big fan of Oracles in the Blink myself in said matchup these days. It seems like it sets you behind in other tech. It can work. It can be okay. It's just a little rough against Terran, I feel like. Stem is not done yet, but these Marines are going to go uncontested. This is nothing here. Decent amount of work getting done on the probes this time. All-Star being activated and some decent micro here. Phoenix coming out to try to chase down the Medevac. I think the jig is up for Tavo on that drop, but another push coming in with the Reapers and the Hellions. Oh my god, this is going to be a massacre of probes now. So far, it could have been worse, but it's not over yet. Yeah, that's 13 probes going down. Still 3 base Protoss. We've seen similar situation happen, but I think Baka is just... He's in a better spot than... who the hell was it we were just watching against Tavo? Oh, why am I drawing a blank? We just casted him. He's in a little bit better spot this game. Been going Gateway, man. Boomer moment, guys. Forgive me, I'm almost 40 years... Oh, no, I'm not almost 40 years old. I am almost 30 years old, but at least I have another year. But we're almost 39 years old here. Ay. Dave, actually one of the boomers of StarCraft and the casters and players and people that stream. Or just play. Ay. Anti-armor missile going pretty good here. We shall see what happens. Alrighty. Well, Tavo, I don't hate him backing off on this. He is an army supply lead, but this is a pretty entrenched Protoss. Granted, battery overcharge was used. I don't know how much I like Volt's Sim City, but he is at least building product. Like, look at how much real estate. It's not a lot in this base, but he's not built anything for production over there. Like, at this point, that's a very Artosis pylon. Holy shit. Excuse the language, guys, but goddamn. That is in need of a tasteless pylon, because that is very Artosis power in a Robo. The Robo Bay, we don't have Blink Ender production, and 3 gateways. My god. It's a little risky move. Another Artosis pylon over here. Well, yeah, I think that is. Oracles are out patrolling around. Tavo is at 3 bases as well. Oof, excuse me. You can tell Caster man's tired. Tell chat's tired, maybe. Huh? Alright, as we get into it, let's see what happens. We got 3 Colossi, several Zealots, couple Oracles, couple, well, Phoenixes are coming out a bit at a time. I really like how Volts plays it, but I wouldn't hate him taking a 4th base now. He's down on workers. He needs to catch up somehow. He has a pretty close army supply. I know the players don't know what we know, but he has a little mobility with the Oracles, etc. The Oracles did stay alive, but he has to respect the Vikings. Excuse me. Hand slipping. Boomer hands. Ship weapons are going to be very nice for Tavo as this goes on. 2-2 on the way as well. A Protoss player has no upgrades. That's one thing I don't like about this. I really wouldn't hate a 4th base. It looks like he might be trying to go over here, which is a little risky when you're close to the Terran side. Marine's going to scout this. No, he's going to go finally use this probe. But he needs double forge. He's going to be behind 2 sets of upgrades, and that really could cost you the game against Terran right immediately. Bile be shrunk. Nice pickup on the Widow Mine behind this, though. That's a lot of Vikings against charge lots. There is a tank in the natural, but still. Interference Matrix, good unit, and there's not much to defend against the Colossi. Still, there's so many Zealots. Again, that could be a problem. Okay, the Archon and the Stalkers push it in, and guess what? The upgrade's not mattering yet. They haven't both finished up yet for Terran, but a lot of damage is dealt. 10 workers fall. I really still think his Protoss, you want to be macroing up out of this Bolts. He's going to lose it. Tavo takes it. Tavo brings it back. That was a very committed push on 3 bases from Protoss, and you could just tell the upgrades, the amount of Vikings, though, could actually land. I know they seemed useless earlier, but there was no storm there. We're getting into game number 3 here in a moment. Now, I'm going to get Holden in with me, apparently. For a few. All right, I'm going to get Holden in. Need to sleep, no effects? Yeah, have a good one. Over 40 plus fanboy StarCraft 2 era. Yeah, exactly. Have a good night, Mingo. Thank you for hanging, no effects.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up, buddy? We got to make sure these guys get you in the game.
Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to join the game, but if you
Screen share. Yeah. That's
Or if you want to throw me in the game a little cheeky and I get banned from ESL, we can do that too.
That might be a mutual double ban, so let's try to avoid that.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, we can try to sneak it in. I don't think it'll matter as much, but
who are we watching?
This isn't Open Cups. Open Cups, they're like you have to sign up. It's such a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Renegade wanted to. I'm just gonna say use.
Oh, one of the co-casts? Oh.
Yeah, it's all right. I just told Ren fortunately I just got in with my boy Holden. All right.
Stealing a little thunder. Might be.
We're gonna get into game 3 of Tavo and Volts. I'm sorry I didn't cover you, Holden. By the way,
oh, wow.
I didn't have any chance.
Yeah, I got myself eliminated a little too quick for anyone to cast me, but that's all okay. 2025 is gonna be my year. Don't sweat.
Year of Holden. Forget Hearthstone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
year of Holden and Hearthstone. Yeah, we're gonna forget about Hearthstone. It's the year of Holden.
Yeah. No, dude, I think 2025 is gonna be the year of Keith, dude. Keith? Yeah. He's a secret OP player. Met him at the Waffle House in Atlanta at 3 a.m. Very good. Very good StarCraft player.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I was just watching some of the stuff too. I was like, damn, my boy Theory took such a big break from StarCraft, and he still didn't get knocked out in the first round, and he actually, at least took a match out in the round of 32. It was a little surprising,
right. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not surprised.
Theory is pretty strong, so yeah. I don't know where he peaked, but I feel like he can always come back and kind of take games off the best in NA,
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, you want to do the honors?
Okay. In the bottom left, we have Peruvian Purple Terran. It is Abo.
All right, and his opponent in the upper right from Aftermath Esports, changing up the race for game number 3. He is playing Zerg. Give it up for Volts, aka Baka.
This is Baka?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize Volts was Baka all this time.
I thought Baka was European.
Until, I forgot.
No way.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of confused, but, apparently Theory filled me in on that, too. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because I remember hearing earlier on, I saw, Hup and a few of the guys going, oh, Baka's playing on his Smurf account.
This is the player with the most name changes in StarCraft 2, though. What was it? Volts, Baka,
Idgerling, yep.
Cicada.
Oh yeah.
Dude, look, I'm a Volts mega fan, dude. I know all of the name changes.
Oh yeah, dude. It's because you're the though, Holden. Guys, Holden was with me. Real Holden. Holden and I go back. In fact, if it wasn't you having an actual biological dad, I'm your StarCraft dad. If not, am I right, Holden?
Yeah, that's right. And my biological dad hopefully will be attending DreamHack Dallas. We're not sure. But
that's cool. He came to Atlanta with you.
Yeah, that's cool. It was really really nice for me watching semifinals with my dad next to me. It meant a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's get into the game.
Yeah, here we are. Third hatch gonna probably be denied. It looks like that SCV's hugging it.
Yeah, I think so. Do you have a lot of experience casting these two players? Do you know their plays?
Tavo and Volts. Not Volts' Zerg. It's been a while. I've definitely covered Baka a bit in the past, but Tavo a little more. It's been a minute even for him, but I've casted Tavo a lot in OSC Rising Star and stuff like that in the past, but it's been a minute. So I'm actually a little confused in this one, Holden, to be honest with you.
And as a Protoss player, I get a little confused by the TBZ matchup also, but I can say Tavo forcing out 2 extractors in the natural and getting a drone kill is...
That's pretty good.
That's good micro.
To quote NA former player, now NA scrub Mexi, is it worth it for that Reaper? Had to bring it back. You remember that. Yes, Mexi, that was worth it. I miss Mexi. I know he does. It's embarrassing when I'm playing him and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're going down, Dave," and he starts building like planetary fortresses in the corner of the map and stuff, and he just got stomped.
Yeah.
That's not the Mexi we know.
That's right. I remember playing Mexi when we were both like Masters 3 back in the day, Team Legion. You know.
Oh yeah, dude. You were pretty high up back then. I think weren't you around 5K even back in the old days? I think 5.2 you got up to, but at that point, I remember once.
On Team Legion, I went from Masters 1 to 5,500 MMR. Because I have a screenshot of me with the Legion.
Yeah, I remember that. Actually, yeah, you did go way up there. You were in the old days when Benja almost would play a macro game.
almost, but not quite.
Oh yeah. Anyway, here we are. We got a. Oh, sorry. Go on. Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off, man. Pardon me.
Just a 3cc Banshee build from Tavo, pretty standard stuff, but he's gotten a lot of work done. A lot of distractions, killing a drone, killing 5 lings, and an overlord's kind of rough this early. Nothing too typical, but the Reaper got a lot done because Volts is playing so greedy.
I think Tavo is actually in a pretty good spot here. I mean, triple orbital, you know, not too behind on workers, and he's got the rich base in the back. Look at that.
Yeah.
Some S tier gameplay.
That is S tier. You know the funny thing is though, for Terran kind of gets away from this more in this matchup. I think a little easier because it's, you know, yeah, you can get the Roach players, but more often than not, it's going to be what, Link Bane. You know what I mean? Like, Zerg isn't really going to be able to do much about attacking the SCVs earlier on, you know, in that gold.
Yeah, that's right.
But with Protoss, we can stalker it in. There's the pylon warping you can do on this.
I really don't get why Zerg is playing this map. I mean, maybe if Bolts takes his fourth as the rich gold and rich gas, I get it. But versus Terran and Protoss as Zerg, you gotta feel so behind when they just get their natural and their third as the gold.
Yeah, I think this could be. I could be wrong. Like, Baka's a really good player, but I mean, he's got a lot of Stormgate on his brain. I think might be part of it too. He's probably like, oh, whatever, we'll just play this map. Now he's playing it. He's like, God damn, this map is not what I was looking for. You know what I mean?
Right. I definitely, with like the new maps coming out, what, like 2 weeks ago? There's definitely some people today making some questionable vetoes, you know?
Oh yeah, dude.
J-Mac didn't ban Dynasty versus me, and I just, you know, took my natural as my gold, and I took my third at like 240, and, you know, just spammed Blink Stalkers. I think this map is very good for PvZ.
Oh yeah. Well, this is actually all right for Volts now. He secured his 4th base. A little late, but not too bad. And defended against the Banshees okay. He did lose a couple drones, I think. With the Hellion Assault, that could have went a lot worse.
I think so too. But definitely so far some good standard play from both sides. Looking like we're gonna get a longer game here in the top with a big push.
Yeah, we are, and we do have 1-1 finishing up for Tavo. Looks like he's setting up for maybe even just a drop, but I think it could be a push. I have a sneaky feeling Tavo's going to go in for a double medevac drop, though. Maybe use the Hellions, but here comes the Bane. Oh, he's not splitting.
No one's looking.
Doesn't matter.
Wow. Yeah. I guess Volts was looking. I would have liked if Volts kept those Banelings later, because now Tavo knows there's no run by on the side. I think that there's still some stuff on the top left, but I think for Tavo it's a lot scarier to move out when you don't know if there's a run by or not. And now you know there's a run by and you killed it, so he has a little more freedom here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know what, Holden? I do enough stuff. Thanks for pushing this. Maybe I'll add the channel points thing in, like Roddy does, to cast with Dave. Yeah, you know me. Maybe I'll get a discount, you know, with my StarCraft dad. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Not for you to use them now. I wasn't, but you know what I mean. In general, I'm like thinking about it. I go, you know what? Screw it. I'll take that risk.
While we're talking about the channel points, Tavo's army gets cleaned up off of creep.
Yeah, very much. Hey, Patches, thank you for the raid, by the way. I'm doing a little cast arena with Holden. It's been a minute, Holden.
Hey,
It's been a long time. That's why I was like, oh, you know what? Let's do it. It's Holden. Patches is here, my bro.
Definitely excited to be casting with Dave. It's been a while, and I like we haven't casted together recently, and I haven't casted at all recently. You know, back in the day, we cast some matches together, like Legion Cup. And
we used to do. We actually did a bunch together. I know. I miss it actually. Holden. Holden, it's crazy.
Maybe we can bring that back. You know, maybe I'm just a washed-up StarCraft player, and I'm not gonna make close qualifiers ever. But maybe I have a career in casting.
We always have hope for Bing Bong Holden. Let's be real here. There's always hope for the host of Bing Bong Exports and Patches. I hope you had a good stream.
Yes, I hope you had a good stream, Patches.
Patches seems to be improved. That kid is improving quite a bit. I'm happy to see it. Unlike old dinosaurs like Dave, who's now 7-0 in records in show matches against Wootsicle, by the way. Nothing we could have done better there, Holden.
That's right. Nothing we could have done better there. Wow.
When Wootsicle's not streaming, he's a different player. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, you think he levels up? He goes Super Saiyan?
Oh yeah, dude, I can just picture him. He puts on the robe. He changes the music up. He goes in super... You know.
Do you think he has the same sort of like personality off stream? Or do you think he amps it up for the stream?
I think he gets a little more... The stream makes him a little more emotional. You know what I mean? So he's like... and it may be an amp up there, but I think he can focus more... And he doesn't let everything get into his head, like, oh, I'm getting stream sniped or something like that.
Oh, true, true. And you don't have, like, annoying chatters, like, telling you how bad you are and stuff like that, too.
Yeah, I mean, like, his PvP can be really good, but the reason is, too, I'm not... The funny thing is I tend to die to charge a lot all-inners and stuff. He's not really an all-inner, but he kind of, you know how Woot plays.
I think that's an honorable macro toss, for sure. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like it's just a little unpredictable. Well, I mean, it is because you never know what the follow-up is to charge lots. It's charge lots plus question mark.
Yeah, that's right. It could be anything. What if he throws them 5 robos at a time, or 5 stargates at a time, or with 12 gates? You never know.
All right, this is crazy. We're in the ultras all this time. I'm having so much fun hanging with you, Holden.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot, and as the benches go down, you know, we don't have to cast the game too much, do we?
No, I mean, it depends. It's TVZ. I mean, chat, come on. TVZ. Are you here for the TVZ, or are you here for Dave and Holden? Let's be real.
Yeah,
we're here for,
right.
and we're here for Volts and Tavo. Let's be real. It's the players. We're showing the game. It's a couple buddies hanging out at StarCraft. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. If I got in trouble for this, I'd be like, nah. I'd just tell them no. And oh no.
Why would you be in trouble?
I wouldn't. I mean, think about it. Salcast was steadfast on his stream. You know?
Right. Actually, yeah, I started told me, like, I'm not allowed to run the games, but if you, like, screen share, it's fine.
Okay, that's good. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. And that's good. In fact, I might have you fill out a form so we can do this in the future.
Yeah,
if you want.
I'd like to do that.
For open cups, I mean, if you ever were bored on a Monday and you're like, I know, you know, you stream and stuff, but...
Well, you know what sucks for me is I have a class that ends at, like, 8 p.m., so I'm always an hour late for the open cup on Monday. But if I could cast and show up, you know, for a best of 3 or 2 a little later in the day with Dave, you know, I'd love that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Usually on the weekends, you don't always do stuff. Blacknova said, I believe Woot did stream those games, so I got nothing. I'm just washed, dude. I'm dying the Wootsicle. I'm washed.
Maybe we keep the Woot Dave Holden TriCast. I bet you that would be amazing.
I've tried so hard to get Wootsicle to cast.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine the utter Protoss bias with the Theory'd be one though. I'd actually like to get you and Theory together on something, maybe on a KSL sometime or something like that if you're free.
Theory seems pretty cool. I met him very briefly at Atlanta. He seems nice.
I honestly, in knowing him, I'm like, there's a little overlap between you and Theory I see in niceness. I've always thought he was one of the nicer guys in StarCraft.
Okay.
You know? All right, look at this. Oh my God. Tavo is really good at multi-prong harass. But Volts has done some good damage too on the other side of it. But look at the worker count.
Volts did take a pretty good fight earlier, and now the Ultras are going to get on top of this bio, but the bio is getting off the creep and the pickup, so just trading out a little bit.
Exactly.
But I think Volts took a good fight earlier, and Tava was kind of having to claw his way back into the game a little bit.
Oh, for sure. It's funny, the worker shift after it looked like Tava was getting up there on workers. Well, with a couple exchanges, it kind of shifted back a bit. Man, Volts is actually showing some good Protoss and some good Zerg today. Mr. Holden.
Oh, he played Protoss today too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did in this matchup too. The first 2 games were Protoss. And this one is
really?
Zerg. Yeah. What a gambit play.
And this guy's got me scratching my head. What name is he? Is he Cicada, Agerling, Volts? I don't know. Baka? Oh, Protoss, Zerg, Terran? Don't know.
Yeah, we're not
all over the place.
The jury's still out on him. He's like NA life, except for he's not match fixing.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's good. I hope it stays that way. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Triple factory tank follow up, it looks like.
Oh, that's good. Is this a
you know, I talk about this. We don't usually see people do that anymore. And I gotta hand it that I always liked that build in TVZ. Obviously, Ghost just seemed to be the answer to like a lot of late game stuff, and it really is. But I think it's something a lot of Zerg players don't expect. It's almost feeling like bio, and it's still bio, but it almost feels like mech a little bit here to a point. Because you got hell. Look at it. He's got Hellbats. He's got Ghost. He's got tanks. This is kind of cool. But we got the Spire transition now.
Cool. It's kind of cool. These Ultras, though, are getting on top of the bio, but the Ghost in the back are getting some snipes off. It's kind of a hard choke point for the Zerg to get through, but he's doing it. But there's a lot of tanks here on the back and Liberators.
Man, this 5th base cannot go to... Oh, actually, technically it's...
He lifts it.
Is it? Yeah, oh my god. He lifts it, but there's Corruptors in the air.
Soup does not lie.
The soup does not lie indeed, but it's Terran.
Managed to save 5 of those SCBs, lifting them off in the command center, but 17 went down in that exchange. Time to find out how strong mules really are.
Imagine Terran. That's all I can say. That's what Ghost would say right now, buddy. Imagine Terran.
Imagine Terran. Imagine Terran. Imagine Zerg.
Yeah.
Buff Protoss, while we're at it.
Exactly. Even the reason why I thought it goes right there doing that is like, wow, you just can't beat them basically. But I'd see all these Corruptors, and it reminds me of the old days when Ghost would troll on team leagues and just make mask. He'd go straight to Corruptors against Terran, assuming they're going battle cruisers, no matter what.
Right.
We're like,
Planetary is finished up now, so you can't lift it when Volts miss. Preparing it up, but not in time for the push. Lots of Ghosts here. A lot of Ultralists are going to go down, but the PF is getting sniped.
Honestly, I think he was better off sacking that PF like that because he wanted to keep these Ghosts alive. The Banelings and everything, it was kind of... He didn't seem like he was comfortable getting those snipes off, you know?
That's right. And, I mean, Volts is taking the map. The soup doesn't lie, and the bank doesn't lie either. There's almost 4K resources in the bank here for Volts.
Well, this is going to be a counter push from Terran. The creep's not cleared, and there are Broodlords morphing, but the Ghosts see him. Does he snipe these guys?
Uh-oh.
He needs to start sniping.
He's getting caught on creep just a little bit, but I think these Ghosts and tanks are going to get run down, and I don't think Tava's going to be able to replace this tank count if it goes down too much, just because of how low...
Well, here's going to be the problem is the Broodlords after, because there's not a lot of snipes available, but Broodlords now... Okay, the Queen's even going to be able to transfuse. I think he might be able to save some of this, maybe.
Micro from both sides, honestly, there.
All right, and because of the triple factory, look at this. He can go into double, triple Thor count when he has the money for it. So that actually kind of works out.
It does work out. But I gotta tell you, Dave, those 8 Ultras on the production tab scare me, man.
Oh, for real. And I mean, it's just kind of funny because the only thing that make Broodlords okay, I think, in the current patch against Terran late game now, I mean, obviously you got Ghosts and everything, it is Queens. But they just seem like such crap units compared to what they were. I know they were slow, but as a Protoss, how vindicated do you feel that Broodlords are now what they are? Like, I personally like it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Honestly, the Ultra is what gets me more. The Brood Lord, it's like you kind of see that coming. You're ready with the air switch. The Ultra Remax, the 14 Ultra Remax is what gets me sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Ultra is good, chunky boys.
Bolt's coming in here again for what might be the final blow. Broods on the back line are firing unanswered, and his PF is probably going to go down again. What? The Banleys ran out and the work count's still high? Maybe they're just going to get a hold? But,
Is this the hold? Yeah, that's the thing. Is Tavo somehow going to miraculously hold? This is looking really rough. It's 50 to 100 army supply. That fight just felt like an absolute massacre.
It did. And 9 more Ultras on the production tab.
Oh, God.
We're close to Volts closing this series out and moving on.
All right. This is, this is looking like it is pretty over in just a moment. I don't blame the man for hanging on. This is match point deep into the qualifiers, but I think Tavo is not. He's got to be a little thrown off, too, because just as much as Volts is for switching at the same time when you're playing against it, he's like, all right, I'm all set up for a TVP, and, well, it turns into a TVC at the end.
Honestly, it's pretty crazy to me how high a level Volts can play both races.
Yeah.
Sometimes it used to be the case back in the day. People would play like, they'd be like hybrid players, right?
Yep.
Like Protoss, but in the mirror matchup they play Zerg or something like that, right? But
yeah,
for
yeah.
Volts, just races versus playing the same race. I don't quite get it, but I'm on a higher level than I am, and there we go.
It looks like Aftermath Esports is going to advance. Good games. I was honestly really I wish you got in earlier for the Protoss games on that side.
Yeah, maybe I would have been able to provide a little more insight there, but nice. And Volts DMing you as the iSky, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Volts has messaged me the score.
I win 2-1. Yeah, I know, I just casted that. That's pretty good. Alright, well, is that it for me, or?
Yeah, it's up to you. Let's see, let's take a look at what we get into. How's that sound?
I think Renegade wanted to co-cast with you, so
we can ask Renegade.
Your stream, you do whatever you want. So
hey, we got you in for a game. Maybe we can come back after, and there's plenty of times to do it. Holden, it's up to you, man. It's the Americas. You played in this.
All right. Let's see.
Well, you doing this? I mean, honestly, I'm like, I could ask. You know, we can join together too. It's like, whatever. When you and I are in, it gets to be a little chill because it's like catching up with your buddy from a long time.
Yeah, because I did a cast with Roddy and I was a bit nervous while casting with him.
Oh, I get a little nervous because my mic sounded like shit. How's it sound to you, Holden, on Discord? Do I sound like all?
Your mic sounds good on Discord, but I was nervous too because like my mic didn't sound like what I wish it would sound on Roddy's stream, and obviously like I've known you for years, and
yeah, it's a little easier. And I'm not exactly Roddy for viewership ever.
All right, it's also nervous because I know there's 900 people, so if I stutter or say something stupid, like I guess I shouldn't be too like harsh on myself, but I guess I have that in the back of my head, right?
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's what it is. I'm stopping caring as much myself. I'm like,
are you about to jump into this Volts Apple Juice series, or what are you looking at? Peely's series, Paco, Mike?
I'd like to see Peely if we can. He's in a game, but if we got a fresh one, we can do it. I can ask Ren if they. I didn't want to be rude to Ren too because we did earlier,
right.
But I don't want to. At the same time, it's up to you.
Yeah, my big thing is I don't want to be rude to Ren.
Yeah, because Ren's
wanted to go past to you, and she's dope. So
yeah, I got you. Maybe I'll see what Ren's up to if that's all right, Holden, and we can get back in maybe.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
If you DM me in a little bit, I'll be around. So just hit me up.
I might ask. Okay, I'll see what Ren. Hang on a second. We're getting pretty far in this one where I don't mind doubling up.
Yeah.
That was the other thing too. I didn't know, but Ren needed to get a series. I really want to get Peely, but you know what I'm saying. It's Peely. I wonder how long his game's gonna be. Let's see how he's looking. PVT. Uh-oh, Holden. How do you feel about PVT lately?
PVT. Well, I've got the PVT masterclass from a few friends to coach me a little bit, but I still find a way to lose most of my PVTs against good players. So I don't know. I think I just need to put some more work into it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are you feeling about PVT at the moment, Mr. Dave?
PVT, I think it's gotten a lot different over time. The maps, to me, I know there's a lot of Terrans that aren't feeling it. I think it goes both sides. It could be weird and just adjusting to things. I need another month or two on these maps. But I definitely feel like I'm struggling it a bit more against Terran than usual. Like, it took me a long time in that one Terran favored map pool, 2 map pools ago? I think for all of us, but if I'm not mistaken, before the patch that we had, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, Cosmos is covering Pilly. That's good.
Is he an English caster, or is he
he speaks really good English. He's a really good musician. He's a Portuguese caster down in Brazil.
Portuguese caster. Okay. I was thinking, like, I've seen the name and knew he was a caster, but I just wasn't sure.
I actually met him on ladder when I was in the Masters 3 range more than I am right now. And he's a pretty good Terran player, too. He whooped my ass. I got a little salty. We got talking, and we ended up being buds. I'm like, I know you, Cosmos. You're a caster, too.
That's good.
I was playing guitar. He rated in my stream once at a crazy hour. I was playing, and when I was out of work and stuff for a bit, and Cosmos came, and he started gifting a bunch of subs. He's like, dude, you play. That's awesome. I'm a singer. It was pretty wild. You know what I mean? When you find similar interest outside of StarCraft among StarCraft buddies, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool to have 2 common, like, hobbies like that. I was gonna say niche hobbies, but, you know, being a musician is not exactly that rare. But finding someone that plays StarCraft out on the street, you know,
yeah,
a little more.
Exactly. It was just weird with the combination on on being casters and musicians. It's kind of funny. Well, I used to be a musician, but I play a little now. That's about it. Maybe we're gonna stay on Volts. Hell, if you want to hang in, best of 5. I really would like to catch Pilly if that's the case, but we're gonna have to cover what's not. So, do you want to stay on this one with me? Apple juice and
If
Volts.
you're willing to have me, I will be here. That's all.
Even if you want to hang out for a bit of it, you don't have to stay the whole time.
Well, if you let me stay the whole time, I'm gonna be here. With my boy Dave.
Pilly's gonna be mad at me. He's literally my boy, and I'm not doing it. But nobody's covering.
And this is a qualifier match, so someone's got to do it.
Yeah, Renegade's doing it, though. That's the thing. So I don't want to.
Okay.
Over. All right. I gotta cover up Volts and Tavo. That's the thing. If Renegade's doing it, I'm not gonna mess with Renegade series, even though it's Pilly and he's my boy. You know what I mean, Holden?
I know what you mean.
And sleep in chat. Wake up!
Yeah. Wake up, chat.
On this scene, I don't have all my the Tangia stuff. I started adding that crap, and it's actually really funny.
Oh yeah, I've only seen the Tangia stuff from Barry's stream, and that stuff that looked pretty funny.
Oh, I've got a little crazy on Sergeant Sadsack stream. I've done it, the Artosis too a bit, and then I started seeing it. I'm like, dude, it's pretty funny the amount of voices they have. Like, Macho Man Randy Savage is hilarious. Codsworth from Fallout's a good one. There's like a lot, so many. You know what I mean? I know Barry's usually like SpongeBob and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty wild. 1950s commercial. That's a good one, Holden.
Yeah, 1950s commercial. Can't say I was around for that.
It looks like they're waiting in the lobby. I still want to see what's going on with these guys.
Do you have plans to go to DreamHack Dallas, by the way? I don't know if we talked about
Oh, no.
that.
Yeah, I can't. I got to get my ass no matter what and not be a slacker. Looks like we get a lobby. We're doing Volts versus Apple Juice. Apple Juice versus Volts. I would love to, but if I do anything, I'm going to Home Story Cup. I don't have the PTO. I technically have the money to go to Dallas, but
yeah, I mean, if
it'd be expensive.
Cup, like Dallas is way cheaper than Home Story Cup.
Bruno's paying for my flight
to Home Story Cup.
Yeah, so I can't. I can't
cool.
turn that up.
You can't turn that down, dude.
So I'm gonna be helping turn it down. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Ricky-isms over here. Too much trailer park boys. That's what it is, Holden.
That's right. Man, maybe I think it's a secret. If I want to go to Home Story Cup, I just got to find a really nice individual to pay for my flight.
You need a sugar daddy.
Yeah, I do. Well, let's see. I'll send a tweet out. Looking for a sugar daddy. Please.
I could have went to Pilly after all. Pig's coming in. Pig better get it. Oh, Apple Juice is in his team.
That's right. Apple Juice was my side of the bracket too. We missed out on.
Yeah.
Missed out on the Holden Apple Juice series. But looks like Apple Juice took down J-Mac as well. So
wait,
pretty
Rob?
good tournament run.
Hold on, let's see what else is going on. Rob versus Ray. Oh, Roddy's probably covering that.
I think Roddy's covering it too. I told him I thought it would go 5 games, and it's not gonna go 5 games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I might. But...
Say what? Flood Advisor was saying. Sorry, I didn't see it. We're just getting in the lobby, buddy. This should be a good one, Holden. Yeah. I kind of feel bad the Renegade now because I probably should have just hopped on the Pilly with. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, stuff happens, right? So.
Oh, Ryu's playing. I bet you Pig's covering that one. Ryu. Whatever. I always called him Ryu in Street Fighter, you know?
Yeah, I think it's... I mean, I always said Ryu, but...
yeah, Ryu's probably the way to say it. This is America, baby.
No. Yeah, this is America. So it's the U.S. of A.
Yep. Man. Getting chubby, Holden. This is not good. Like, I actually have a legit gut right now. It's fucking...
That's cool, man.
Not feeling good.
Storing energy, bro.
Exactly. Storing too much beer is what I'm storing. Holy crap.
Oh, man. Well, if you don't want your beer, I'll take it.
Exactly.
I'm always thinking.
Dude, Atlanta this year was a lot of fun. We didn't get to spend a ton of time together, but I'm glad we spent we had to spend a little bit of time together from how short I was there with you. And we hung around a little bit here and there, having some drinks. Everybody's all nervous with the first night when we met.
Too bad that restaurant was a little loud. Oh, right, but I saw you at the hotel too a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. That was like I met up with you guys. Remember at first I was running late and we all went to the hotel together. All right, here we go. It's a best of 5, cool. By the way. Who do you want to do the honors for?
I'll do the bottom right. You do top left.
Okay, in the upper left-hand corner, he's a random player from Pig's team. Give it up for Apple Juice in the red. He's just a kid, too.
And in the bottom right-hand side of Oceanborn, is that Cicada, Idgerling, Volts? No, it's Baka, the Blue Zerg.
And I have a feeling he's going to race switch on this one, too. But what's funny with these two is, who's a really good off racer, like I said, is Apple Juice. He's been GM in all races.
Apple Juice GMO. Dude, they should just play random versus random then. For the
I know, that would have been... Yeah, dude, that would be goated.
I don't know how good Volts' Terran is, but...
Oh, Apple Juice doing the Apple Juice way. He's going Nexus. Nexus first. He does like this. Lurko. Who's with me? He's Holden, guys. He streams too. He's a very good Protoss player from Bing Bong Exports.
Yeah. Very good subjective, but I appreciate the compliment for sure, Dave.
And when we see a Nexus first, we know what it is. It's a cannon rush behind it. Oh, I love this. That was actually really lucky. The pathing just missed the Overlord in the normal path.
Whoa.
Second Overlord's gonna see it, though.
Stuff. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but, I mean, Apple Juice has got to know that it's pretty standard to have the second Overlord like that down on the kind of natural area.
You know what this...
So he's definitely ready for this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is.
Gateway. Oh,
no, he didn't build a gateway? Oh, that seems a little precarious for Apple Juice, to say the least. But he's even gonna... Is he gonna get a drone? With the probes? He is.
Wow. And, I mean, this...
Look at the micro. That's actually really good. Is he gonna
really
do it?
Good for both. I mean, it looks really good for Apple Juice. Look, he lost so much mining time. He killed a pylon. He didn't even get the cannon. This spine's not gonna finish. This natural's not gonna finish, and he's not gonna be able to get a drone outside of his natural. Unless this one goes right now, but that cannon just finished up. The Volt is giga stuck on one base, and Apple Juice is on two. This game might just be over.
Yeah, there's two lings coming. Yeah, that's really rough. He does have a Roach Warren finishing up, however. But two bases to one base. No bueno.
I mean, you gotta think, what do you even do here as Volts? Like, you're stuck on one, it's gonna be forever that you break out. I guess what you make Ravagers kill the cannons and go across the map and
usually the response is going in, like, you really gotta rush a layer. In my eyes, you can do that. I actually played a Zerg game like this just yesterday and surprisingly won. And what you do, there's a couple options. One could be a Nidus with one base layer, which sounds crazy. But like you said, you otherwise just have to bludgeon through and basically just hope to God you can beat a Stargate. You know what I mean?
What's the play? The one base Nidus would be pretty good. Look, there's an Overlord in the main.
I heard you laughing there, Holden. You're like, wait, are we getting a world of chat right now? That would be another response. That's what chat would do. He'd be blind cornering it. Yeah, one base Swarm host would win.
If it was Ghost, you get the one base Corruptor, you know? Like, dude, NA server is dangerous, you know?
Exactly.
Oh, the Ravager Cocoon is blocking those lings. I'm actually a bit worried. A little bit worried for Apple Juice.
What am I drinking tonight? Coffee and green tea. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Holden.
One cannon, and it's close to the pylon, so these four Ravagers are going to show up, and that one cannon and pylon should go down. There's a backup cannon and battery here too, but yeah, I guess it's going to be pretty fine here for Apple Juice, but could have been scary potentially. I can't see this cannon going down now that there's ooh, and Ravager goes down. No. Ravagers are getting pretty low on HP. He's already lost one. One full HP Ravager left. Boom, a second snipe. Misses a bio on the battery.
Oh my god,
that's...
that's...
a hold to me, Chief. Looks like a hold. Even if he breaks in, he's up double the workers. He can pull workers. He's going to have 4 units or 4 units. There's no world where this works, I think.
No, I don't think so either. I think this is a hold. A very cheesy play. Which ends up working out, I think, for Apple Juice. Holden, there's a Void Ray. This is Ogre. Void Ray's on the way. I think even at the sight of the Void Ray with this, we're gonna see a GG from Volt.
We gotta start thinking about the big picture here, right? Because this is Volts and Apple Juice we're talking about here. We didn't get a Volts Protoss in game 2 after this series. I mean, after this game.
We might, and we might get Apple Juice's Terran then. Funnily enough.
Man, if we get more than one race switch in this series, this is gonna be peak NA StarCraft for sure.
Oh, for real? Where else do you see that usually? You might see it with Rainer, but GG's called. Apple Juice takes it. I called it when the Void Ray popped. He's just like, oh, it's just the feeling of futility.
How many series do we see where both players race switch? You know, that would be crazy.
I hope so. I hope so. It's possible. I'm not gonna even say anything to them because this is the, qualifiers, and we're at the match series, the best of 5 for these boys. Yeah, I'm really hoping we see them all. That would be amazing if we saw best of 5 go to game 5 and they just switched it all up. You all right, Holden? Need a break?
Yes, yeah. I'm here. Oh, sorry about that.
You're all good. I feel bad I'm not covering Billy so bad, but you know what? We gotta tell him it's for good luck, because you know what? It seems like every time I cast Protoss in the end of anything, well, we're casting Protoss technically, but it seems like any of our guys that we know are like, all right, who's got a shot here? Say it's you. Say it's Pilly. Say it's Maples or Disc or Max Packs even. Guess what happens? But it's usually, we end up losing. And like the last game in a nail biter. I always say it's the luck of Dave. We've seen it with Estrella. I'm like, you can blame me, guys. It only happens when I finally join their lobbies. You know what I'm saying, Holden?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's luck.
It's like, you're their kryptonite, no?
Yeah, exactly. There's too much Protoss power there. It only worked in Atlanta when we were all together, and we had Hero win in 2022.
Okay. I thought you were talking about 23, and I was like, Protoss didn't win that, you know?
You're like, bro, Clem? Technically, Protoss won, because Clem used to be a Protoss.
Oh, really? Wow. And Clem's Protoss is pretty good, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's definitely a really good Protoss player. He's definitely not Rainer, I don't think. But are you playing Protoss?
Yeah, that's true. Are you playing?
The mind game's coming. Are we going to see a TVP?
The first race switch of the series.
All right, we're going to switch up. Yes, guys, I will probably.
Well, he's going to stick with PvP.
All right.
This is crazy.
My girlfriend. I'm going to message her. Just looking at the time. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
You're doing good. Hold on. Chat's doing. What are you guys up to? Chat. Abos. Welcome. Welcome, new people, old people. People switching race from Protoss to Zerg. Here we are. Oops, sorry. Let me correct the scores. Want to do the honors Holden this time, or you keeping sides?
All right. And in the top right-hand corner of Dynasty, we have the red Protoss, Apple Juice.
His opponent in the bottom left, in the blue, representing Aftermath Esports, it is Volts, or Baka. Qualifying series.
The Aftermath pun into the series, like the aftermath of a fight or something. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
it's Parting's team.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's
Theory's team. Exactly.
Theory's team.
We said that before. I wanted to hint at something here. You read my mind, because that's Theory. I wanted to get a rise out of Theory if he hears this. Theory to go, wait, Dave.
Oh, I see.
Well, I literally tweeted we were casting KSL or something one week, and Theory was laughing too, because right when he was on Aftermath and Parting joined too, and Parting made a tweet like, I love Theory after the Stormgate thing they had or whatever in Cali. And I go, wow, you're lucky. I go, wow, you must be famous, Parting. Something to the effect that, you're lucky to know Theory,
Yeah. You must be famous. That's funny.
Something that I can't remember exactly. Something to that effect,
That thing in California, though, just the FYI, wasn't for Stormgate. It's a secret.
Oh, yeah.
I think a secret third.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to do anything for any NDAs. I know nothing about any of this stuff. But I don't want to ruin my NDA for Stormgate. because I don't really, I'll be honest, I don't really pay as much attention, but Theory did promise me some coaching in Stormgate. So Theory, if you're listening, I'll hold you to that, amigo.
Well, I can't break my NDA because I don't have one for any game. So
Really?
I just make up whatever I want, yeah. I actually, no, I did sign the NDA.
Yeah, you probably have the Stormgate. I think if you're in it at all, you literally, it's just like unspokenly you have it, you know, at this point.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember clicking that.
Yeah, well, we've never seen this before, Holden, Kappa. 3-gate Robo.
Well, I think this map actually in PvP is really good for 4-gate blink, like 1 base 4-gate blink.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm with you.
You can blink from the back, like through the gold minerals, and then you catch them off guard. But I think 3-gate Robo is good too.
I actually like I like 2 base 5-gate blink. Holden, you're gonna laugh, but I'm not even joking. Like literally almost. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a Dave build, dude.
I mean, it's not super optimal, but you can you'd use the fifth gate's the proxy gate. You know what I mean? And then you can usually they take the gold base. You know what I'm saying? You can harass it.
Okay. I played against Acker on this map, and he placed the proxy pylon behind my gold mineral, so he could warp over it, and he went just straight up 4-gate and beat me. It was sick.
Acheron 4-gating? Who would have thunk? Right?
Who would have thought? Yeah.
Based Acheron. We love our boy Acheron, right, Holden?
Yeah, we do. We love Acheron. This is a part of the cast, though. He's not here. We can just say whatever we want, and he can't defend himself. You know?
Yeah,
Acheron
exactly.
only knows how to tease, you know, that kind of thing. But he's pretty strong. He's pretty strong lately. He's got good macro, you know. So. Whoa. Bolt's going out on the map, not losing a sentry there, but definitely was out of his own shield battery range.
Yeah, and this kind of thing, Holden, it should be noted. I don't know if you're feeling it. I'm feeling it a lot. Sentries are so good now. Like, look, just watch how they just chisel through the shields. It's so crazy. Like, look at that. The Stalker's instantly shieldless.
That Immortal lives on low HP, though, and here comes the super battery.
An Immortal response. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. And with Apple Juice's first Immortal taking so much hull damage, that's going to make it a lot easier for Bolts to click down his Immortal on Apple Juice's Immortal and really knock it out.
Yeah, and I like that.
There's going to be a Immortal here pretty soon.
I like that he managed to get down a 3rd gate, too. You'll see a lot of games where it gets damn close and the guy with the expansion stays 2-gate Robo. You know what I'm saying? And it just, yeah, he got it. He cleaned it right up, like you said.
He did get it.
The damage done before, but guess what? We have a full recharged Immortal for backup. I'd really like this.
There's no energy on this battery, though, and there's no overcharge, so what you see is what you get, and I like Apple Juice's army a little bit better, but he targets down the battery, even though there's no energy left on it. Oh, hot pickup on the Immortal.
Yeah, the barrier was activated way earlier, so that Immortal is down. The shield just instantly went down from the 2 sentries. Like, I shit you not, I really think that's the damage point decider right there.
Apple Juice's big advantage here is the Warp Prism versus no Warp Prism. And there's no battery anymore because Apple Juice targeted it down. So battery overcharge probably off cooldown now, but can't use it. So it's going to come down to the force fields and the pickup micro if Apple Juice will be able to knock this out.
We're finally seeing a battery try to go again. Oh no, the force fields!
Oh, this one!
Barrier is activated on the other Immortal, but the other one was down for Volts first. 2 Immortals versus 1 Immortal is not good when there's no batteries, especially. There's not really any probes down here to help in the fight at all either. I guess the Adepts are there to kind of tank, but I don't know. This is looking rough. Well, we got a Warp Prism from a Warp Prism, a battery, and a dream.
Yeah,
the battery's going
down. This battery's
down.
going to get targeted down. And the hot pickup on the Immortal, and it comes down to the micro, but I think Apple Juice just has too much armory.
Yeah, I do too, Holden. There's so many Stalkers. The Warp Prism really shouldn't be able to survive this. I know there's no blink, but with Ghetto Blink, I mean, still we're gaming a little, but even with this high ground battery, all the production's up here. They're just going to lose a pylon and a Nexus, which is probably going to... Well, Volts doesn't really have the supply for nada.
Well...
Feels Protoss versus Protoss, man.
Nice pickups from both sides. Neither side losing a unit there.
Yep.
Yep.
That is Oh, and look at this. Apple juice behind it. He's like, you know what? Now I can take my expand. Seal the deal. Hopefully. Getting gold. I almost called you golden. You don't play Zerg.
I could get the 3K Zerg fired up on the ladder, you know?
Yeah. Fido's hoping, even though he's a rascal, he hopes Apple Juice wins. Lena's rooting for Volts. You know, I don't hate this totally. All right, so if he can hold with what he has here, and maybe he can't even. Why did he build another gate? A fourth gate. This is wacky. I don't hate the 2 adepts and the Warp Prism going on the other side. Is what I'm getting at, Holden.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I feel like Volts kind of has to get something done. So I do like that move, but it's gonna leave him vulnerable on defense. This is gonna trigger.
Oh my God, that's a massive recall. And you know what?
Recall.
This is where Volts needs, if he sees this army push out and how much was there, he doesn't realize that was a bit of a mistake in how much he did, but realistically, Apple Juice is in a good spot. It's going to sound weird, Holden, but what I would have liked to seen Volts do, he couldn't really mine there. A long distance mining, the oversaturation and the mining out from the gold base and just continuous probe production. Like at some point, that's another thing. We didn't talk about it. I know it's risky, but if you can debate your opponent to keep going, let him kill the Nexus. You keep defending, and you take the back base eventually, yourself as the defender. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I wonder if it's possible to place your Nexus next to the gold. Like, oh, I guess you can't because of you can't place it directly next to the minerals.
Right.
What I was gonna say is like, if you could place it like the pixel next to the minerals, recall. Like do a Flentrio recall over the minerals the other side. That'd be funny.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
But you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, we can't have that nice things anymore. The game's too, you know.
Got to get the balance council on that for sure.
Yeah, the Cabal would never let us have that. I'm joking. Well, the Warp Prism scouted. In a weird way, we're gonna have Blink, but really. It's going to be a little late, but I didn't hate the idea of going into Disruptors here in a Robo Bay.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, he has to do something, because if he just does the same thing Apple Juice is doing, he's going to lose on armor, like straight up army to army. I don't know if I like taking this gold, because he's never going to be able to mine from it.
Yeah, unfortunately. And he lost his Warp Prism, so that is...
Oh, that's pretty good. And Disruptors can't shoot over mineral fields, so...
Nope.
It's not looking too great for our blue Protoss here.
Yeah, and this is game 2, not game number 1. Looking a little scary here.
But we're gonna get the 2 Disruptors in a dream fight here. Let's see if there's some big shots.
Renegade, thank you for the raid. What's the sad? Renegade, make sure you guys give Renegade a follow. Hope you had a good stream. She's awesome. Yep. I wanted to cast with you again. Holden was looking too, but we needed coverage on different sides as everybody was doing it. So I was like, nobody's going to be casting this one. I guarantee it. So it's unlucky. I think we did a good job of just splitting everything up between all the casters. So, too. Hope you had a fun time. Oh, GG. Apple Juice takes it. Sorry to cut you off, Holden. And Pilly raided.
Pilly with the raid. Woo! And
Welcome,
Pilly is 3-0ing in Exorable to qualify.
He won!
Also, so, yeah, Pilly won. Mr. Pilipenko, the GOAT. So
Pilly won 3-0. Let's go. Our boy moves on.
There is never a doubt in my mind. This guy's too strong, too good. And I think Rob ended up 3-0ing Ray Rain. So this series and Paco Mike versus Ryu are the last ones. Today,
but thank you both so much, Renegade and Pilly. I hope you had a good stream too, Renegade. Could have got Ren in some more. I would have gone back into it. It's not out of Dodge and Ren, of course. As we went into a different series, like Holden, all right, we'll stick it out. My man Holden and I haven't got to hang out in forever. I haven't hung out with Renegade in forever either. So
yeah, we got to get some. You know what? Maybe I'll do the form. I'll do some co-cast with both of you. You get us rotating around on the co-cast. You know.
Yep. Exactly.
Is that what
Exactly.
you have to do? You have to fill out some form or something to cast open cups, and it takes like a year to get approved or whatever.
Yeah, you can sign up for it. I gotta find the. I always can never find the link anymore too. Going into game number 3. Here, I can find it. It's weird. Like everybody's in, they're like, we're not taking more people, but you could sign up. I'm like, Jesus, guys, come on.
Hey, something we're forgetting is that a 5th man will qualify. A 5th person.
Yeah,
will
because of
qualify.
Uko. Renegade actually brought that up earlier. That's a good point. I forgot to bring that up. Renegade is the goat of remembering details like that.
I mean, now that we're down to the last little bit here, I guess it's kind of important to know how do they decide who the 5th person is, right?
And I forgot. See, for me, I always space out on the important stuff. I'm just kind of here, you know? I feel like when it came down to the Dave spot, they were just like, let's just throw anybody in there at random. And we're just going to, like, they put all the names in a jar and, like, shook it up and just drew my name. That's how you got stuck with me.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, here we are.
That's a great way to get chosen.
Do you want to do this one, or do you rooting?
Do you want to do this one?
I think I'll do this one because we want to see more games here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Golden Aura in the red. Give it up for Apple Juice from Pigpan, Mr. Pig's team. It's kind of funny Pig's not casting his boy.
And in the bottom right, representing Aftermath, he's switching back to Zerg for Game 3. It is Baka.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, with me is Holden. This is the host, Mr. Holden from Bing Bong Exports.
Representing BBX. And with me, gentlemen, it is Dave. I got you too, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
What team are you playing with now?
I'm on Berserker, technically.
Okay.
But I'm still Kirktown is my thing. I'm also kind of, I'm always lurking in the shadows of Bing Bong. I need to get into Masters more, then maybe we can... Mr. William Otters is going to pull some strings unless he beat me in that one show match.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a greasy build he did to me. Remember that, Holden? Were you there for it the other week?
You'll have to remind me a little bit.
He did some kind of Hellion Widowmine weirdness. The timing was like proxy factory to the factory back home. It
sounds like Billy.
Yeah, very Billy Otters build.
Tower. You build a sensor tower like in your 3rd also.
Yeah. Yep. I think I can't remember. It was something really weird, but it's a Billy build. Anyway, here we are, guys. We should probably talk about potentially the last qualifying match, but I think Volts has got it in him. He's playing Zerg. Maybe he's like, well, you know what? We're going back to Zerg. He's got an interesting build for Zerg right here, too. It's a really fast 3rd. You're like cutting a lot, but yet you're setting yourself up for more production. What do you think, Holden?
Yeah. Normally, when I see the fast 3rd like this, I think Link Flood. That's what I think.
Oh, I do too, usually.
The links.
I usually do as well, but the thing is, you can also take the 3rd and just be greedy as hell, and it's a misread from Protoss, forcing them to overreact. Like, do you ever do that, Holden, as a Protoss player?
It's not the Zerg early 3rd's not better than a regular 3rd, just because of
well, hello, do you see what's happened?
Yeah, the one Ling in the micro. Actually, pretty good micro.
Yeah, he had 2 Lings. He traded 2 Lings and an Overlord. The Overlord's lucky, but for the 2 probes, he would have lost that anyway to the Stalker.
What did he just cancel on the main? He just canceled the building. He canceled tech. He cancel the Twilight and switched to Stargate after Volt scouted it. Wow.
Yeah, that's big brain from Apple Juice.
Games going on here.
We actually saw that yesterday from somebody too, and it wasn't Apple Juice. It was this. I think it was Pilly. I'm pretty sure it was Pilly. I could be wrong. He canceled. Oh yeah, it was Pilly. He actually canceled the Stargate and went into a Twilight in PvP. Ooh, he's copying Pilly's play right now because I saw Pilly earlier. I was kind of had him open on the stream going triple Stargate Phoenix. I was like, this is Intel like Zealots. I was like, this is almost a Roddy build, but it's a Pilly build. Oh my god.
Actually, on the new maps, I like the double Stargate into like Tempest, and fly them around to the dead space because there's a lot of the dead space on the new maps, like
Oh yeah, I mean even this map you
and,
can. This one's been lingering around, but still, this is a decent one for it too. I'm with you. And the Tempest usually catch Zerg. They can catch Zerg off so much because if they even scout it, they're thinking, oh, they're gonna go full ape and go double Stargate carrier. Nope. It's not.
Yeah, that's right. What's really cool is you can stop after like 4 Tempests or like 2 rounds of air units and then just go ground.
Yeah, you just go into Blink Stalkers.
15 Corruptors. Yeah, something like that.
Who did that really well in one of the, I believe it was in a ESL Open Cup Americas, was Nightmare. He went into, or it was a KSL, if not, he went into, he literally did 2 base Tempest into Blink Stalkers. That was the craziest thing. Oh, man.
My guess was going to be Classic, but yeah.
Or, yeah, Classic, well, there was a lot of them, but I think Nightmare kind of brought it out at a time when nobody was doing a Classic. Yeah, I always had some really cool, let's be real, Classic always has some really cool stuff up his sleeve, too. Another cheeky player.
Cheeky.
He's really good, but he's really cheeky, too. All right, let's see what we got here.
He's kind of having a hard time getting the 3rd down. Doesn't look like he's really tried yet, but since he's gone double Stargate, he doesn't really have the ground force to take it. And Volt's all inning.
Yeah, this is really weird. It's like, you kind of want to group up a little bit, I feel like. I understand the need to get everything across the map as a Zerg, but... And with the fleet beacon coming down, uh-oh. I actually don't hate... I wouldn't hate this if this was gathered up, because you get a bunch of roaches, the Phoenixes are, like, useless. You know what I mean? But
really strange is everything that's happening. The fleet beacon, Volt's made 6 drones in the middle of moving out. He's coming back now that he sees no 3rd base.
I think he should be attacking though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe to force the Phoenixes home, because right now they're getting a lot.
Yeah, that was a mistake because the fleet beacon's done.
He's gonna cancel his 3rd.
All right, I guess he gathered up the roaches, as I was saying before. Layer's not done. Phoenixes are getting a decent amount of damage done, but it's not like, the Overlords, that's rough, and the Queens, but...
And the Layer's only halfway done, so we're gonna get a really weird game where Apple Juice is stuck on 2 base, but is way far ahead in tech. Volts doesn't have that much of a economy himself, though, only 57 drones.
And the Phoenix is actually going okay here, but there's so many roaches and a few lings with metabolic boost. He's gonna get all the Ravagers, but look at how many roaches this is holding. A couple Void Rays is gonna push into it for a bit, but how much work can our man Volts do? I'm hoping he takes it in to give us another game. The man has been switching between Zerg and Protoss at a whim. He needs to kill the pylon. Wrong pylon, amigo.
Now this is going to get scary for Volts really quickly, because yes, he did do a lot of worker damage, but the Void Ray follow-up here is going to be really hard to hold when your Spire just started.
Yeah, he really needed to focus attention on that one pylon at the top. I really think there was a slight chance he could have... It was close, but there was a slight chance he could have stopped the production of Void Rays, and in that case, he'd be in a fantastic spot.
I think so, too. We got 6 gas, though, 66 workers. Quite a few Queens, but we'll have to see. I mean, that's a pretty big Air Force.
Yeah, this... well, one thing is... Phoenixes seem like they regenerate energy so fast sometimes. When you're the Phoenix user, you're like, God damn it, I'm all out of graviton. And then on the other side of it, you're like, didn't these things just attack me like 2 seconds ago? It's for the Zerg, you know?
Yeah, I think so. But when you get the Phoenix in this high a number, I feel like they're always going to have that graviton.
Yeah, you're always going to have a few available, exactly. It's just, how many Phoenixes is this left? 11 with 2 Void Rays. And they did, oh my god, they got a kill, not a cancel in the hatch. Volts, that was a pretty rough decision. I mean, he is still going to secure this 4th for now, but now that carriers are coming, I think Flux Vein Void Rays actually is going to be a little better, just having a couple carriers and focusing on voids. What do you think, Holden?
Even with that kill on the hatchery, that's not that bad, because I was kind of expecting Volts to be in a little bit of trouble with the Void Rays showing up in so many Phoenixes, and maybe like killing at the 3rd or something, but it looks like he's got up to 4 bases. He's gonna lose some queens now, but the Corruptors are here.
Oh,
2 more Stargates in production.
he's not targeting the. He could have taken out a Void Ray. I'm pretty sure. If he did kind of misclick there. If he right-clicked that with all the Corruptors and the Queens on the one Void Ray, he could have knocked it out.
Well, what do you think's good here for Volts? Because he's going Corruptors against the air, but Apple can just max Void Rays if it's only going to be Corruptors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to get... It's going to sound weird, but like his economy's not like super great either, right? Battery overcharge is going to be rough. In my opinion, it's going to sound strange, but I think Lings... Oh, wait,
that's a good call, too. This is a little bit of an into the super battery, though. Definitely could have just run away when he saw that go off.
Oh, the Queens are coming! No creep available, of course, but still, this is going to be wild. That could be a game changer in how the damage point is against the Void Rays. And guess what? The Lings are coming behind it, Holden. I was going to say there were several Lings in production.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think this is the play. He just goes full send with the Lings with it. Can Volts give us a game number 4 at least? Maybe even bring us to 5. I'm hoping so.
Actually, a sick call by Volts to bring the Queens and just go
the Queens and Lings, man. I'm telling you, it's Zerg. You got to take advantage of those mineral units. There's no other battery overcharge. Prismatic's going to be pretty good. Now's the time. It's weird because of all the Phoenixes. They're starting to go down. I wouldn't have hated him to send a couple Overlords over behind it all, like way back even, so he can start spreading creep behind, like sneak it over, and then he can transfuse, but it doesn't matter. He takes it.
GG. We're going to game 4.
What a game, Holden. What a game.
What a game. What a game.
And thank you, everybody, for the raids. Jeez.
Definitely.
Who was sick. Everybody? We had Upa Tree, Mr. Sal, Patches, Pilly, Renegade, and Pilly. Much love to everybody.
You know what's really cool, Dave, is getting to watch other Protoss players play the game. Because I never play games like that. I never played Double Stargate. So I mean, that was something fresh, very fresh for me to watch.
I know I have a lot of hot takes, Holden. But to be honest, you watch a lot of my games, and sometimes you're like, how the hell or why the hell is Dave doing this? To be honest with you, I watch a lot. I watch a lot of players. So my style sometimes, I'm like, what do I do right here? And I just I'll like do something like, oh, that was so-and-so versus so-and-so. But I get confused because I'll be thinking of games and then start doing the wrong thing somewhere in the build, you know?
Yeah, you definitely have like a treasure trove of builds to go into just because you watch so much pro games, right?
Maybe Apple Juice will do it.
Wait, Volts played a game as Terran?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. Has Apple Juice played any other race besides Protoss?
No, Apple Juice has it, but he's going to play random now.
Really? With it all on the line? And Volts is playing Terran for game 4?
Oh, no, let's go!
Oh, Volts has selected Zerg now.
Yeah, Apple Juice is going to be playing random. Volts is Zerg, let's go!
Selected Protoss. Oh my goodness, these guys have a little bit of mind games going on. Right before locking in their races.
Oh wait, he went Protoss after it. So Apple Juice is going to stay Protoss. Damn it, I was hoping he'd go random or Terran.
They faked this out there a little bit with the random versus Terran, and now we just got another boring old PvZ, man. We could have had random versus Terran.
Ooh, still, I think this could go the distance. I think this could actually go the distance. It's going to be pretty good.
I think so, too.
All right, here we are in this best of 5. I'm going to... all right, let me just... I'm going to set it up like this. All right, here we are. Do you want to do the honors this time?
Okay. In the top right-hand corner, it is the red Protoss on match point. Apple Juice.
All right, and his opponent in the upper left. He's blue from Aftermath. Give it up for Mr. Volts. Playing Zerg again. He did play Protoss in game number 1. at least we have some diversity. You know, we can't complain about that. And this time he is going for a... Was that a 15 pool? Or was it just a 12 pool? And I think it was just a 12 pool.
It's not 12.
It was like was it a 14 pool? I think it was a 14 then. It wasn't 15 because he didn't do an extractor trick, so it had to have been a 14 pool.
Ooh, the fake cannon rush.
Yeah,
and 5 drones are pulled for this, so really respecting it. But that's gonna work out against his favor there. We're losing all that mining time for the fake cannon rush, and they're just gonna get a cancel here really quick.
He is gonna get that cancel Reno here, for sure. And we'll see what happens as we get into it. All right, gate core for Apple Juice. He's going core before. I like it, Holden. How about you? Core before like Nexus.
I mean, he scouted pool before hatch, so core before Nexus. You know, it's not too bad. I think there's some cases. I'm actually not very good at this part of the game, but the early game knowledge. But I think versus some pools that are for the hatch, but they're like later, like a 16 pool, you still go Nexus before 4. But I'm not sure. Really
yeah, I mean, I think it's always, in my opinion, I think in my eyes, you're better off going core first because it doesn't delay you that much. You know what I mean? You do it in and PVT. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little safer, but
these wings are gonna get here before their depth's out.
He's buying time with the probe. Little mistake by
Oh! No way. Does he save this probe? Oh, okay. That was gonna be insane micro if he killed the one wing that was targeting it and then ran the probe back.
Oh yeah.
That would have been so sick, dude.
Yeah, if he mineral walked it to triangle third, I think he could have done that too, Holden. You know what I mean? He would have walked through the adept. Or
right.
No, yeah, I think he could have because he did take one hit and it lived before it. But you're right, that would have still, regardless, it'd have been insane micro. He's gonna be a Stargate opener. Everything looking pretty standard on Protoss' side, but Volt's still got a good fast third. Pretty crazy stuff. Do you think Apple just got a little lucky there, Holden? I almost feel like there was a little bit of luck involved there too. Like a little missed micro.
Apple Juice actually.
Or Apple Juice, I mean.
I think Apple Juice actually played it pretty safe. I mean, he got a battery, didn't need the battery, lost 1 probe, but I mean, it'd be hard not to lose that probe.
Yeah, the wall off after I think was good too on the back, and then cancel, like you said. The one, yeah.
I think Apple Juice played pretty safe, and it was only 4 lings, right? So, not a big commitment from Volts either.
Yeah, this time it's just gonna be an Oracle, a little more standard opener.
That's gonna get shaded in and surrounded. At least one of them will go down. The other one making it out because Zergling speed is not done.
Yeah, not too bad for Mr. Protoss, man, but yeah, I do think his gas got a little delayed because of everything. Because he took his he wanted to get that 3rd hatch down still with the pool first opener, you know? And I think that delayed his gas mining. Ooh, Oracle taking a lot of damage though, Holden.
Yeah, taking a little bit of hull damage there, but getting out mostly unscathed. Those shields will regenerate. But I missed it. He didn't get a single worker with that Oracle, did he? Did he just fly it in and out?
Yeah, he flied it in and out, so that's definitely favoring the Zerg a little bit to get free hull damage. Without
sure.
Donation of hull.
Layer before 5 minutes, from what I know, maybe is pointing to some aggression, but not necessarily.
Well, you know what? He's got double gas too, Holden.
Ooh,
or quad gas.
Maybe a roach round type of thing.
Yeah, I don't see any roach more. And even though there's a void ray coming out here, it's gonna sound crazy. He's getting lings. He's building queens. He's probably gonna do something cheekier. I think this is either gonna be a Spire or it's gonna be a Hydra Den.
Spire or Hydra Den?
It sounds crazy, but
I would lean towards Hydra Den because I think if it's Spire, he's gonna go 6 gas and there we go.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be Ling Hydra. He's playing a little. You know what this reminds me of? Kind of. It's not the build, but it reminds me a little bit of Mio Micah. Is why I deduced that, and the fact that he's going against a guy who went Stargate before. He's going again.
Let me tell you something, Dave. Tempest hold Hydra all-ins really well. You know, you build cannons, batteries, and your Tempest just hide behind it. Hydras are not going to break that.
No, they wouldn't, but this...
Beacon just finishing up.
If it's carriers, though, Hydras can beat that because they take forever to build. You know what I'm saying, Holden?
Right. Yeah, because the Interceptors are going to go down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
50 Hydras here off of 51 workers. This is
really...
This is an all-in to continue the series, and there's no batteries or static defense here right now for Applejuice. That is third.
Now, the thing is, if this was dark, I'd say this isn't an all-in, because if he channels dark, there is a possibility somehow in a weird way he drones behind it. But...
And pretty big that one of those carries was supply blocked for a good 10 seconds there. So that's
I did notice one with stock.
Hydras are here.
Yeah.
No cannons. This is showing up completely
and the queens
for Applejuice.
The queens again, Holden.
Oh my goodness. Are we going to game 5, Dave?
He's cooking. It all comes down to this fight, Holden. I think it's a possibility, but one of the carriers will be here. Battery overcharge is activated, but it doesn't matter.
There's not much of a fight. There's like 3 units here for the Protoss.
One's almost dead. Yeah, there's 3. There's a Void Ray that got basically bodied. The Ling's killing the Stalker. And these Hydras should be able to stutter step the Interceptors. There you go. He was taking damage without any... Back. Oh my god, he's on top of... Oh, the Oracles are back. This is close. There's more Hydras in production.
On the power and all.
Well, he's gonna clean up the Interceptors.
1 Interceptor left. 2 Interceptors.
Oh my god. I think he's done it. GG.
I think it's done. GG.
We're going to game 5, and hello, Sibajan. Oh my gosh, Sibajan's showing me looking at butts again in chat. And hello, Flood Advisor again, and CJ. Wee-san. Wow. Gotta say hi to chat sometimes, Holden. I apologize.
Look, I've got good and bad news for you. Bad news is we're probably not going to get anything other than PvZ. They're probably going to stick to the races. Good news, game 5. All right, this is going to be for all the marbles.
Yeah, this is it. I think this is the last series.
This is the last series, yes.
And it looks like, wow, Cosmos is done too. It's Pig and I. Pig probably wants to be the last one standing. I think we'll stay through it though. Maybe I'm being rude doing that, but I don't know. I don't think it matters.
I think it's fine. But there's only 1 series left, right?
Yeah.
Everyone tends to jump on.
Yeah, I do it all the time anyway. I'm so glad Peely Peely advanced.
Ref with fries, please. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm very glad Peely advanced too. Wasn't worried about him advancing, but that was good.
On the side. Okay, Ice Guy wants ref.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let him cook, yeah. Vault's coming in with a special sauce that game. Man, this is actually getting to be a pretty wild series. We had 1 PvP, so we can't say it was all PvZ, but you know what? You can't blame these guys. It's the qualifying match. You know?
And game 5 is going to be on Amphion. Definitely a really weird map. Let's see how it plays out. We might get the 12 pool drone pool. You know, that could be cool.
Yeah. Oh, what up, Flapjack? We're gonna say hi to Flapjack. Did I watch? I didn't watch the next one. There were some crazy games. Let's see here.
A game where Ragnarok proxied a hatchery outside of Stats' like the mineral wall, and then had 3 drones mine out that wall because the hatch was right there. They would just return.
Oh yeah, I did see that game. Yep, that was
yeah.
That was crazy. Anyway, here we are, match point, upper left-hand corner from Pigpen. It's Applejuice. The red.
And the Zerg player representing Aftermath, it is Volts.
Volts Areno. And yeah, I've had similar happen. This map made me freaking mauled. This was the one I vetoed because I think I unvetoed it, or maybe. I don't know. But this one, I had too many Zergs do weird things and weird timings, and I'm like, why the hell how? You know, it wasn't even like a proxy hatch. It was later on. Somehow they snuck out mining this trick, bamboozled me, and then mined out my side and just ling banged me in a weird time. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like,
tough, man.
It does. Like, when you don't know the maps, it wasn't a matter, I'm like, oh, I couldn't do this. But I'm like, nah, man. I don't even want to waste my time learning to do this on this map right now. Let's veto it.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy solution is just remove it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
No
You know, in EPTs or something, or any tournaments, you know what my thought is, Holden? They're going to ask you, what do you want to veto? I'm going to say this whole map pool. I'm joking. Right. I'm joking.
I think it's not that bad, but definitely some strange ones in there, like Amphion. There's bases on this map that are half gold, half regular mineral fields.
Yeah, I like that. I do kind of. What's the? Yeah, there's a bunch of them that have that. I do like the diversity. I will say on the map maker's side though too, they had some spicy ideas. Truthfully, and look at this probe. He's gonna try to sneak it in here to get confirmation of where if or where a third's in, what is going on. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he just gets to scout and make sure it's not any like roach or link flood type of thing.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, on the other side of it, did you watch Estrella versus Hero on Monday? From Monday.
This Monday,
I recommended Day9 cover that one when he was streaming before on Twitter. He's like, replays, please. And I go, I had to cover my ass. Roddy's like, Dave, you can just send him to him. But I heard from contrary before, but it didn't matter. He ended up getting a lot of replays then from everybody. But
yeah,
I covered that series. Let me tell you, that was, I think Artosis and I covered that one. That was incredible. Goated PvP. We'll put it that way.
This Zealot coming in, gonna get a little bit of work done, but ultimately goes down after only trading out for 2 Zerglings.
Oh, absolutely. And as we get into it, Oracle coming down, Warp Gate on the way, Metabolic Boost coming for Volts. Let's see what happens here. And, yeah.
Pretty standard so far. Stargate opener for Apple Juice. Volts going up to 3 bases. No Ling Flood, no Roach. All in. Gonna get ourselves a nice little macro game here, potentially.
And that we are. Kind of a little bit interesting of a start, but still it works out. Checks out. Except for Protoss cannot get a 3rd base right now. Actually, yeah, he can move out with... He could probably harass these Lings a little bit and then poke and prod once this 3rd Adept comes. Yep, here we go. Yeah, you don't want to take that fight as Volts, right, Holden?
That's right. It's a nice try baiting him in by not showing the Oracle until the Lings kind of commit on it a little bit. But Volts doesn't fall for it. Paying attention saves most of the Lings.
All right, we got 3 Oracle. Are we going to see 4 Oracle, or are we going to see a Twilight? What do you think, Holden?
We'll see 5 Oracles.
The Pinnacle.
Yeah, the Pentacle. We'll probably see a Twilight here pretty soon. Apple Juice taking his natural gases kind of tells me he's ready to go up to the Twilight Forge and play for the advanced game. Unless we get a 4th Oracle here. Ooh, that Oracle barely lives.
Uh-oh, my shit just froze. Hold on, sorry, something happened.
As long as the players didn't feel that, then it's okay, I think.
I hope I just had a...
going stuff with Twilight.
Yeah. Bear with me, Holden. I literally had a complete freeze. Everything froze. Okay, I'm getting some lag. I'm trying to close out of stuff in the background and see what happens, because this is a little nerve-wracking.
Right.
All Chrome is closed.
Are you sure it was your system that was slow there?
Oh yeah, literally everything froze. Oh, but yeah, I mean, it could have just been the game. You're right. Did it? I'm not sure. I can hear you talking still, but
okay.
nothing was responsive for me. We'll put it that way.
All right, and as said, potentially we have the power to get a macro game here, but
Nope.
Hydra's being queued up off of 46 drones and some lings here. But Apple Juice is going to have a little more on defense this time with the battery and the cannons.
The Robo Bay's
fourth
nice, but
Oracle.
I don't think it's going to come in time. This is the stuff where if you get the timing right with a Hydra, Ling, Queen kind of push, and you're going like Blink Stalker or something. I've died to this stuff because you just misread it and don't have, not so much don't have the tools, but like it just hits so differently, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is actually going to be pretty close because there's not much energy left on these Oracles, and the only battery did already go down. A recall. So Apple Juice is willing to give up this third, and is going to lose a few Stalkers in the process by not getting them all in the recall.
Yeah. Oh no, what is he
some
doing with this?
Now, a missed rally.
That was... Oh. Yeah, I was liking it, I was liking it a little bit, but... Stasis Ward kind of going to hurt him a little bit if you think about it, because it's blocking him from being able to get any attacks on the Hydras from how the SimCity is.
That's right. I would really like to see a Colossus queued up right now.
I'd like to see a Disruptor myself. Colossus would be great, but it's going to take too long. Either or, really, yeah. But you know what I mean? It's obviously Colossus is kind of a really good counter to Hydras and Lings. The Queens are going to make it an issue, but
this army is really scary here from both. But he's got to push up this ramp into this big army here from Applebee's. A couple Stalkers going down.
Oh, the Oracles, you might as well use them. He's starting to.
All 4 Oracles are down, but all the Hydras are starting to bleed out too.
Yeah, this is looking crazy.
Tells a different story than what I'm seeing on my screen right now. But it looks like Apple Juice might be able to clean this up. Colossus is almost done too.
And there's not a drone in production behind this. This is 1,000% all in. Losing the Cyber Core is damn rough.
One drone in production. Looks like Volts is going to go back into droning. Thinks he got enough damage done.
Holden thought we were going to have a macro game. This is NA, baby. It's America, baby.
We could still get a macro game here.
We could. We got a second third. My question is, will we see a third this game?
That is the question. Or maybe a fourth?
Well, this is scary because now our Ling Hydra player is going into a Infestation Pit, Evo Chamber, and Baneling list with more droning behind it as Protoss only has a couple of mortals. Stalker's going to die in the one Colossi. Actually, another one's going to be waddling down here. He does have +1 coming, a little ahead of Zerg. But look at it stuff. Now 4th hatch going down. Funnily enough, Apple Juice still has more workers. Well, he's not going to in a second, but he has more workers than Volts did in all this. Extended Thermal Lance +1 in the 3rd Colossi is going to be helpful, but man, Holden, I don't know, that was rough. It's just now rebuilding his Cyber Core.
The work count is still kind of even. I mean, the 3rd's not done, so Volts is mining more than Apple Juice with that 3rd not done yet. But army composition, you got to give the advantage to Apple Juice with those 3 Colossus versus Ling Hydra.
Oh, for sure. All right, range attacks coming. Muscular Augments finishing up the Hive as well behind this for Mr. Volts. And we do have a 5th hatchery going. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is looking scary for Apple Juice in my eyes. I mean, in everybody's eyes, really. But he's going to try to go to Fleet Beacon, Twilight, another Stargate, another Oracle being made. This is not a build, Holden.
I don't know if I like this off of 54 drones, but if he can turtle up and max out off of 3 base, it's gonna be good. But I can't see him ever getting a 4th base before maxing out with this much invested in tech. Volts is only on 60 workers though, so anything's possible.
I wouldn't hate him double expand. It looks like Apple Juice is gonna do that. Well, he was setting up for it. The Lings are gonna catch the probe, but
Weasant says this is America. Baby.
All right, the TTS, Weeson. You timed it out, actually, luckily, but even with a 2-minute delay, It's all right. It didn't make me mad or anything. It's just with Holden, with ICAST, and together. It could be a little much, so just let's try not to do it, guys. Unless you're throwing money at me, then we don't care. Right, Holden?
Yeah, that's right, Dave. That's right.
Because Holden's like, that's just going to go to my show match after. You know?
Yeah, that's going to the show match for sure.
Holderon. I want another Acheron Slipchip one, but Slipchip just abandoned us for League, dude.
Well, we got the Bing Bong in-house tournament coming up. Maybe we could get Slip to play in that.
Maybe you guys can... It's been a while since I've been casting one of those. If you guys would let me. Well, we can get you in.
Dave, this attack is here right now, and there's Vipers here for the Colossus, and this is double the army supply for Volts. Can you get the sick concave? 1 Colossus, 2 Colossus,
oh my
3
God.
Colossus, 4.
More than this massive army supply lead.
I think Volts has done it. There goes all their immortals. There's no way to hold us anymore. There's 0 splash damage, and Appleja's whole army here is 1 carrier and 1 immortal, and this is a good 40 Hydras.
Damn.
GG, and Volts takes it with the reverse sweep. Congratulations.
Damn, that was crazy. A reverse sweep. It even started as a Protoss.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. Well, Dave,
I'm feeling it for Apple Juice. He's been there. You're gonna have a good. You're gonna be out of here, Holden.
I just wanted to thank you for the cast. I don't know how much longer you're planning on streaming, but yeah, thanks for casting with me, Dave. Thanks for letting me do it with you.
No problemo. I'm probably going to. I'm debating. I'm gonna think here for a minute. I might do some ladder games. I'm feeling kind of tired, to be honest. I said I'd get stuff done, but I ended up drinking with Yeti to the literally the morning. So, right. You're probably gonna be gaming tonight, I'm assuming.
I might be more of a morning gamer now. I might just be chilling. But yeah. Hey, next time you're drinking with Yeti, dude, maybe Holden can join. Make it a.
Oh, dude, you're always welcome, Holden. Honestly, we would love that. I would love that. Yeti would too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Colin used to do it, and then he got all, Mr. I'm too.
He's a little elusive now, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's tied up with the girlfriend and the teaching thing. Thank you, Holden, for coming in. It was fun hanging out.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
All right.